Check, check, check. Good morning. Let's do this. Back at it for your Monday Cotter and Marshall show. Be sure to join the horde this morning. Watch the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe. While you're hanging out, as always, listen to the show. You can download the app for free. Get us in your in-home smart speaker. Check us out on the website, rock1061.com. Marshall, good morning, man.
Good morning. Feels good to be back, at least for a couple days this week. Glad to see we both got the wear a craft beer black T-shirt with white writing day message. We got that.
Kind of a Monday, right?
Both kind of listened to that message. Glad to see we're collectively on board with one another this week.
We had busy weekends. You spent some time in Illinois, Chicago. How was that?
Yeah, Chicago was great, man. I ate my fill of all the Chicago foods, and now I'm 70,000 pounds heavier.
It's expected.
So I immediately hate myself to begin the week, and I plan on not eating anything until about 11 o'clock today, where I'll eat something terrible.
That sounds about like a typical day.
Yeah, pretty much.
My 3-year trek to see Hamilton finally paid off this weekend.
Congratulations for finally orgasming. I mean...
so good.
Becoming one with the Hamilton.
It was so good.
Yeah.
No, it honestly was. It's a really good show. It's a lot of fun. I wish my kid could have been there. It was kind of the whole reason we started buying season tickets for the theater down in Jacksonville, because my kid really wanted to see Hamilton.
Right.
So we took pictures and rubbed it in.
Yeah, of course.
Sent them to him.
Classic parent stuff. Did you? Do you think the live performance of Hamilton is better than the at home watching on Disney Plus version of Hamilton?
It's a different experience because it's live theater.
Right.
But, I mean, it's a whole other level on Disney Plus because it's the original Broadway cast. Lin-Manuel, everybody's there. So, I mean...
You're refusing to answer the question. Okay, so it sucked.
No, it doesn't suck. No, I mean, they're different. You get the live theater experience, which is awesome, and then you get the original Broadway cast on Disney Plus. So, it's like, your kid, they're each different, yet awesome at the same time.
That's a way to describe it.
It was good.
Okay.
Coming up on the show today, we've got Big Money Monday. Your chance to win $50 of our boss's money. It has been weeks since we've given anything away, so hopefully it happens today. Dude of the Week Death Match is going down, taking your calls, comments, and text at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. What scary movie scared you, or just what movie scared you as a kid that you still remember the scene that just creeped you out? So we got some good ones, but we want your stories as well. And, of course, kick off the show with About Last Night. There was a billionaire for 4 days. The Super Bowl halftime show was announced, and we're going to start the show with some absolutely just upsetting news. Skynet is coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to die. That's next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1, Foo Fighters, Making a Fire. Good morning.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Dave. Heather says, hey, Cotter, sorry about that shutout UGA over Arkansas.
Dude, okay.
I think we kind of knew that was going to happen, right?
I didn't expect them to win. I was really hoping for a better showing. We went to Jacksonville, parked over at the theater, walked over to Burrito Gallery, and they had the game on. So we're like, oh, cool, we'll watch it. Ugh. Watched about the first hour and went back to the theater.
What was the final score of the game? I didn't catch it.
37-0.
That's not bad. They beat the last team 60-0. So
but I mean, it's like Arkansas actually has looked good in their previous games. It wasn't just like fluke wins. They didn't like eke one out against Texas. I mean, they look good. They look completely overmatched in this game. It was brutal.
So, segueing into a story about ass fluids. So on the drive to the airport on Friday afternoon, when I was making my way to Illinois, I came up with an addition to Torture Tuesday for tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll get into what that is, because it's not something I'm even gonna run by you off the air.
That's fine.
We're just gonna do it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's Torture Tuesday.
Yeah, kind of like
you know what you're signing
Bill
up for.
O'Reilly. We're gonna go live with this bitch, and we got a little something set up for you that includes the wheel.
Okay,
it's gonna pertain to the wheel.
Okay,
so we'll run with that.
I like it.
Arkansas hasn't played anyone worthy of UGA. Yeah, I agree that I mean, there's two teams that are elite right now in college football. There's Georgia and there's Alabama.
Yeah.
So we'll see those two teams in the college national championship game, whatever it's called.
Like I said, I did in no way, shape, or form expect Arkansas to win, but I really, really thought they'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna show up and play today."
Yeah.
Nah, what bother?
Patriots came to play yesterday.
I didn't watch any NFL football. I didn't pay attention at all to my fantasy football league teams. I think I'm winning both.
Oh, good for you.
So that's my
first win of the season.
in our side league where there's money involved, first win of the season.
Nice.
I think I'll be 3-1 in the Cotter and Marshall league.
Good. I have done horribly to start off the season in all leagues, so I've just given up. I've literally given up. I don't care anymore. All I'm going to say is I won last year, and I'm just going to hang my hat on winning last year's championship in another league that we have, and that's it.
Dude, I'm going to be riding the Cubs World Series victory until the day I die. Do it.
I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold on to that fantasy football championship for 2 years. I won it in 20. I won in 20, bro.
I think my tactic here on out will just not pay attention, and I do better.
Right.
When I overthink it, not so good.
Morning, Dan. How are you, bud? A little less than a minute. We're going back on air here at Rock 106.1, jumping into our very first story of the morning. Of course, we start off with the hardest story to talk about.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. We've heard so many people say, guys, this is an issue. We probably shouldn't do this whole artificial intelligence thing, but we still keep pushing for it.
Nobody stops. They just keep rolling forward.
Yeah. We need to go back to see who was the first person that kind of wrote about AI taking over the world, like sci-fi story, like what year it happened.
Yeah.
And claim that person as a god.
The prophet, yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys, be right back. A former Google chief business officer has basically confirmed what we all already knew. Robots are going to kill us all. That story's coming up next. Story number one about last night. Mo Gadat.
Great name.
Great name.
Yeah.
Former business chief officer with Google's Research and Development Division has recently said that researchers who are developing artificial intelligence are basically creating God.
So wait, is this good?
No.
I'm not a religious guy. Is this good?
No, all of this is very, very bad.
Oh, okay, explain.
I mean, so there's a timeline. Back in June, drones attacked humans without being programmed. They just went off. In February, it was announced that Sophia, she's a humanoid AI robot, is going to go into mass production.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers admitted humanity will be officially screwed if AI keeps learning to teach itself. Another AI expert warned machines could actually harm us if developed unchecked. Robot soldiers are coming. Robot dogs are already here. Elon Musk said, look, guys, this is a problem. And now Gadat is basically saying, yeah, this is all leading to very bad things. He believes that artificial general intelligence, the sort of all-powerful sentient AI seen in Terminator, Skynet,
right,
is inevitable.
Oh, that's makes me feel good. How old am I? How much longer do I have to typically? 38. Carry the 2. Yeah, you know what? Me getting killed by a robot at this point is pretty Like you would be like, you look at Marshall and be like, yeah, he'll get killed by one. Yeah, pretty easily.
This whole thing is crazy. He did an interview with a website called Futurism.com, and he was talking about watching AI developers at Google X. So they're building a robot arm and, trying to get it to pick up a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after slow progress, he said one of the arms reached down, grabbed the ball, and seemed to hold it there to the researchers like it was showing off. Figured it out, guys. I got it.
Oh,
and that's
man.
when this guy said, I suddenly realized this is really scary. Completely froze me. Like we had these things for a week. They're doing what children do, and that takes 2 years. The reality is we're creating God.
Yeah, we're creating our own demise, guys. This is very exciting. I mean, we already kind of started with the whole global warming thing, whether we want to believe that or not. But now we got this story about, can robots exist in really like high heats, like across? Maybe we'll just eventually, like it's a full circle type situation. Like the Earth will just like essentially go on fire, kill all the robots, and then like kind of come back. Like a spring type situation.
So climate change,
and then the dinosaur thing will start again. We'll be back in like a billion years.
So we think climate change is going to be the death of us all, but it could be what saves us from the robots. Is what
quite possibly. Yeah.
But I mean, the bad thing is the robots. I mean, like they're saying, they're starting to learn and teach themselves. So when they get to that point, we're screwed. I mean, aren't they going to learn to stay out of the heat? I mean, kind
of like the Matrix. Is this all going to the Matrix? Because everything's underground in the Matrix, right? I'm just saying, like all the subterranean tunnels and the little squid things.
This is some weird conspiracy series stuff. Maybe all of the movies that we've seen, because there's The Matrix. There's what was the movie with Will Smith?
Oh, iRobot.
Yeah. So all of these movies, obviously Terminator with Skynet. All of these movies are just basically telling us what was going to happen.
They're calling their shot
the entire time.
Completely Babe Ruthing this moment.
Dear God.
Well, there's been huge spoilers out there the whole time. We just didn't know.
All right, so let's forget about all that and talk about the Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay, that sounds good.
A little bit more uplifting.
I love Dr. Dre.
I do too. And unfortunately, a lot of people are upset about this. Halftime show has been announced. Tell you what's going down next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Well, that was a feel-good story to start the morning off.
Morning, everybody.
Excuse me. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, Wanda. How are we doing this morning? Good old Monday morning. Getting up and at 'em. Hopefully, everyone had a good, nice little weekend. I got back last night. I guess I got back about 12 hours ago. Yeah, so flying back, plane got delayed for 30 minutes because the plane previously at my my gate could not roll backwards. It just stopped being able to roll backwards.
Interesting.
So they had to go get one of those carts to pull the plane backwards and get it out of there.
Okay.
So that held us back about 30 minutes, which is not a big deal. It's 30 minutes, right? Plus, it's a direct flight to Savannah out of Chicago, which is great. So, on top of that, yesterday at the gates leaving the economy self-park at the Savannah airport, we start sitting there, and I'm like, God, everyone was coming into Savannah last night. Everyone.
Okay.
I mean, it was just packed yesterday at the airport. I'm talking about people like leaving and coming in, and I'm like, it's gonna be like leaving a concert right now. Getting out of the airport. So we get out of the airport, and we're stuck in line for probably 25 minutes, and for a while, just no one. Like I'm 3 spots away from paying and getting out.
Yeah.
No one's leaving. No one's leaving at all. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Let's go. So suddenly there's a worker there who goes and like flips all of the gates up.
Yeah.
And this guy and everyone's still trying to although he flipped them up, everyone's still trying to pay. and he's screaming at everyone. He's like, "What are you doing? You just go, get out of here!" we're some savage dogs just like came onto his property. It turns out apparently the pay systems went down, and I just got free parking yesterday, which was great. But he treated us like we walked into his property. He's going to shoot us if we didn't leave as soon as possible. So you just see all these cars just jump out of Self Park yesterday. So I guess that was nice. Saved like, I don't know, $20 or whatever. Juana says, great, had a good weekend. Found a few houses we're interested in. So got to get in gear and fix up our house to put it up for sale. So I mentioned to Cotter slightly off air about buying a second house. I think I'm going to view one today.
Okay.
So there's this spot that my wife and I are thinking about buying and then renting out. So we'll see. We'll see if it's worth it.
Are you going to get rental service to do it, or are you guys going to handle it directly?
That's a good question. I'll probably handle it, I think.
Okay.
I mean, being that it's here in Savannah, so. But it's also one of those houses that I don't know how the neighborhood is, but the house is incredible. It looks incredible from the picture. So we're going to look at it.
Oh, that's cool.
Elaine says, I have to go get my car. Went to a Halloween party. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Got weird last night. All right. Oh, wait, Halloween party?
Starting early.
On October, did you party Sunday? Did you party last night? Who has a Halloween party on a Sunday?
So they updated this list of the scariest movies of all time according to science. This is where they monitor heart rates.
Oh, yeah.
Of movies. 250 people watched the movies. Once again, kind of a little bit of everything. The top 10 are all from the 2000s. Shoot, the top 15 are all from the 2000s. You don't get anything classic until 16. The Host from 2020 is number one. Or Host. Maybe not The Host.
Host. Oh my gosh, that's a foreign film.
Yeah, British computer screen supernatural horror film.
Interesting.
After a short prank skipped by Savage, featuring a handful of yeah. So while under quarantine due to COVID-19, a group of friends have decided to hold a weekly Zoom call. So it all ties into. So there was a lot of reality to it for people. Maybe that's why. This is too real.
What year did that come out again?
2020.
And that's the scariest film of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sinister from 2012.
Sinister is a good film, man. Okay. Sinister was, it's done by the same dudes who did the, Conjuring and Saw films and stuff.
Insidious was 3.
Same guys.
Conjuring was 4.
Same guys.
Heredity.
Different guys. Singular.
Terrified.
Never heard of it.
2017.
Terrifier?
Terrified. Let's see. Terrified. It's an Argentinian film.
Have not seen that one.
Strange voices coming from a plug hole in a kitchen sink. Oh, the poster's freaky. Okay. It Follows at 7.
Great film.
A Quiet Place 2 at 8.
Great film.
Paranormal Activity at 9.
Okay.
Conjuring 2. The Babadook.
Conjuring 2. I like the original Conjuring's better than Conjuring 2.
Conjuring's 4. Conjuring 2's 10.
Yeah. Babadook's great.
The Descent.
Descent's good. Another good one.
Hush.
Great film.
Okay.
On Netflix, I think still.
A Quiet Place is 14.
Yeah, worth watching.
The Ring is 15. And then we finally hit something from 1984. Nightmare on Elm Street is 16.
Yep.
Halloween 17.
Which Halloween? There's been
original,
7 of them.
The original. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original.
Yeah.
It Chapter 1, the new It at 19.
Great film.
And then The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It at 20.
That's the new one. That's the one that just came out. Yeah. Right?
Yep, 2021. So there you go.
So those are the top 20
those are the top 20 out of the
films of all time.
Yeah, they put together a list of 40.
And who put together that list?
This looks like it's from Bloody Disgusting, but it's this says they have the complete list of 30 on their list. Yeah, this is one where they use science, strap you to a heart monitor, rate your heart rate as it goes, and that's
who was the scared little bitch who was the test subject for that?
250 people.
Good for them.
Were a part of it. Kind of fun.
All right, guys. Got Super Bowl halftime story coming up. After that, we'll talk about someone who was a billionaire for 4 days. Obviously not good at gambling, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they bet on the Lions. That was a bad choice, huh? How about Justin Fields yesterday? I didn't get to watch the game. The moment the game started, I had to make my way towards the airport because my flight out was at 2 o'clock Central Time, 3 o'clock here. So I had to pretty much follow the game via Twitter.
Okay.
And see people post up clips and everything. But I watched it all the way up until pretty much, my flight took off. And it looked like it was in the bag at that point. I was just waiting. For me to come home and then see the Bears somehow completely lost the game. But good for us. We won a game.
Held on to it.
2-2. Go for us. Big guy suicidal. You saw that yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our good, close personal friend, the big guy, Frank Sokowski. He got slightly suicidal yesterday after the Falcons lost, guys. I mean, thoughts and prayers to the big guy. Also took a tumble. Yes. Well, he took a tumble. I think it was on Friday when Georgia Southern. I sent you the clip.
You did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Georgia Southern. The cannons went off after Georgia Southern obviously scored. They do that every time they score when they're playing home. And big guy was right in front of it. So I think he played it up a little bit.
A little bit.
But big guy took a tumble right in front of the cannon. Him and his camera survived.
About lost the big guy to a heart attack.
Big guy met the Undertaker over the weekend.
I saw that. I was so jealous.
Where was I'm guessing, Undertaker does a lot of stuff with Nine Lines. So I'm wondering if it was something with them.
Yeah, I saw that. I was a little jealous there of the big guy.
Oh, I think, you know what? The Nine Line had the Run for the Wounded over the weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he came out to that last one, too.
Yeah, so I think Mark Calloway, a.k.a. The Undertaker, was in for that.
We got about 35 seconds.
So, big movie weekend over the weekend. We'll talk about what was number one at the box office, and there was a different movie that was number one internationally.
Okay.
Which is kind of exciting to talk about. So we'll talk about that stuff after the break here.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. Let's face it, no matter who is performing at the halftime show of the Super Bowl, 50% of us are just going to be pissed off about it. That story's coming up next. Story number 2 about last night. Late last week, they announced the Super Bowl halftime show for Super Bowl 56. First time in a long time, I'm actually excited about the halftime show.
I love this halftime show, man. Dr. Dre.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Eminem.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige.
Love it.
Kendrick Lamar.
It's great.
Kendrick Lamar's kind of past my time, though.
He's newer.
Yeah, definitely newer. If that last one was like Jay-Z, I'd have been real excited. Anybody but Kanye. But I'm excited that this is our halftime show this year. I mean, guys, we could be getting Maroon 5 again. Do we want Maroon 5? Do we really need shirtless Adam Levine? I know a few of you are saying yes. But we don't need that. We need this, and I feel really good about it.
I mean, yes, I would love to see Metallica, a rock band, perform.
Eventually, we're going to get the Foo Fighters or Metallica. I think.
You think? Foo Fighters I can see. I don't know if we'll ever get Metallica.
We deserve Metallica.
We do.
Yeah.
But, and I went back and I looked. Last time that I even kind of cared about a Super Bowl halftime show, 2014. Bruno Mars, who highly entertaining.
Yeah.
And Chili Peppers performed with him, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Prior to that, it was 2009. There has been 2 Super Bowl halftime shows in the past 2 decades that I've been excited about.
So we're coming up at a time where we should be getting a halftime show that we care about, at least when it comes to the music that we love. I'm saying Metallica in the next 2 or 3 years.
This was the best run of Super Bowl halftime shows. 2009, Bruce Springsteen. 2008, Tom Petty. 2007, Prince.
Yep.
2006, Rolling Stones. 2005, Paul McCartney. It was such a great run. And there hasn't been anything. I don't care. Katy Perry, don't care.
What? The Sharks?
Beyonce don't care. The shark was the best part about the whole
Queen Bee?
thing.
Don't you dare speak ill of the Queen Bee.
I just don't care.
Oh.
All this is going down February 13th. New SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of the artists, that's just kind of where they're from. So they're paying tribute to the area, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited for this halftime performance. I'll definitely be watching this one and actually go, oh, this is the worst. Or like go find whatever dip I'm eating. Like, where's the dip? There should be more dip. It's only halftime. Who brought this? Where's more dip? But I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't think I'll be screaming that atop my lungs while taking shots of Jägermeister like any other cold-blooded or warm-blooded American. I only say cold because it'll be Jägermeister. But no, I'm excited to check out this halftime show specifically. The day before, I don't like the fact they moved the Super Bowl 1 week later, though.
Yeah.
Because they added an extra week of games during the regular season. 1 week later, I mean, this day is usually the day after the Super Bowl, most Americans call out because we're so hungover because we party too hard because, well, it's February and we haven't really drank in the past month because we're trying to be healthy. I mean, the next day is Valentine's Day. I think the NFL is setting us up for divorces across the nation. I bet you 2022 is going to be a high of divorces.
All right, coming up next, story number 3 about last night. For 4 days, a man in Baton Rouge was the 25th wealthiest man on the planet. Got that story after the Glorious Sons. Here's SOS, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing your story for our question of the day. Juana says, thank God these next 2 weeks of school are just 4 days each. Wait, is there a reason why school's only 4 days?
This coming Friday is there's something. Yeah, Dana doesn't have to be at school. She's very excited. She's like mapping out a day of all these things she wants to do and probably won't do any of them.
Oh. All right, so big movie weekend over the weekend. Venom came out here in the United States. It made $90 million.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage sets a pandemic record with a $90 million domestic box office debut.
Damn.
It's a sequel that surpassed even Black Widow's opening record. So currently it is the highest opening movie to open in the United States this year. Now, it also opened in Russia with $13 million ticket sales, and then opens up in Latin America and major international countries. Venom does next week. So people love Venom here in the United States. The original film went on to gross about $213 million in the United States. It made almost $856 globally, the first Venom film. Yeah. It did really well. Behind Venom this weekend, The Addams Family 2 took second place with $18 million in sales. And Shang-Chi broke its 4-week number one streak, coming in third place with $6 million. That film is going to be available on Disney Plus, I think, next month.
Yeah.
Or maybe here in a few weeks. The Sopranos prequel, The Many Saints of Newark, came in fourth place with $5 million. But that
everybody's watching that on HBO
everyone's
Plus.
watching that on HBO Max. I mean, yeah, for sure. Now, another big movie that came out, but just not in the United States over the weekend, was the new James Bond flick. No Time to Die actually opened up internationally, opened up 54 markets, and made $120 million. Now, it officially comes out next week, this coming Friday, actually, in the U.S. So,
does it break the mark set by the new Venom movie?
I don't think it's possible because the movie's so long. It's 2 hours and like 43 minutes.
That's true.
So
cuts down on viewing.
Yeah, it's Avengers Endgame long. So I don't think so, but I think it'll do really well.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go see a movie this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance. I'm going to run down to Florida for a quick trip, but yeah, man, it's crazy.
All right, guys, be right back. What would you do if you realized you had $50 billion with a B in your bank account? I'll tell you what happened with this guy coming up next, Cotter and Marshall. Story number 3 about last night. Recently, dude named Darren James received a phone call from his wife. She's in a panic, freaking out. She informs him that $50 billion was deposited into their bank accounts.
Right.
That to me is just absolutely crazy.
My wife doesn't call me for anything, and if it's in a frantic fashion, it'd be like, "Oh, the dog ate a ball of tinfoil. Is that good?" Yeah, sure, he's fine. This never happens, ever.
No, of course not. He said it was crazy just to see what it looks like because I've never seen that many zeros in my life. All we were thinking was, who's going to be knocking at our door because we don't know anybody with this type of money.
Yeah, so they suddenly became like the 25th richest person in the world when this accident happened to them. They actually were richer than the founder of Alibaba, that weird, like, essentially it's like Amazon, but in other countries. His name is Jack Ma, the co-founder of that group. So they're richer than that person. They were the 25th richest people in the world for 4 short days.
Now, they did the right thing. They informed their bank about the error, but it took 4 days for them to, get it out. But there was a hold put on it, so they could just sit there for 4 days, staring at their bank account with $50 billion.
Now, quick question, that's the bank's fault. Obviously, they accidentally put $50 billion into your account. What if you just didn't tell them that it was there? Would they find it eventually? You would think?
Yes, they would.
I'm not saying I would spend it because technically that's illegal.
Highly illegal.
Very highly illegal. But, what if I just didn't say anything? It's kind of like a finders keepers thing. After, 30 days, $1 billion is mine. And then also, if you were the person with the $1 billion and you found out this family, accidentally got your $1 billion, wouldn't you, send them something? Oh, hey, sorry, here's a weekend out. I'm a billionaire. On me.
Yeah, I guess it depends on where the money came from. If it came from an individual, then yes. I think there would be some sort of need to want to say, thank you for not being a-holes and spending any of my money. But if it came from a corporation or if it was just a bank error, the bank isn't going to give you anything. They don't care.
Right.
And if it was a corporation, same thing. They don't care.
They send a gift card. Like a $5 Starbucks gift card. Have a pumpkin cream nitro blast or whatever they call it on me.
Here's $20 for Chick-fil-A. Stay in line for 3 hours. You're welcome. I don't know. Still crazy. Because we had this story a few months ago where the lady, not $50 billion, but got money deposited and she took it out. Bought a house, bought a car.
Yeah.
Went to jail. Not a good run.
You know what? Sometimes laws aren't specific about that type of thing. So she just did what she had to do.
I think this one's pretty specific.
Okay.
All right. Coming up next, Torture Tuesday season is back, and we've got Torture Tuesday going down tomorrow. We'll tell you what's happening next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Jeremy and Elaine, thank you both for sharing your stories here. Let's see. Our question of the day, guys, just in case you're wondering, is what movie scared you as a little kid? As in, you still vividly remember the scene to this day. I've got one myself I'll definitely be sharing. I think I've mentioned it slightly before. But we'll be sharing that here in just a little bit. Once again, question of the day. What movie scared you as a little kid? As in, you still vividly remember the scene to this day. Feel free to share your stories with us. Couple different ways to do that. Obviously, you could drop it into the stream just like Elaine and Jeremy did, or you can give us a call, 1-800-394-1061. If there's a certain movie scene that you still remember from this day that you saw as a kid, feel free to call us up. Tell us about it. You can also text us at that same number, too. Once again, the number, 1-800-394-1061.
Got into a couple more episodes, or maybe we just did one, of Squid Game.
Oh, we just sat on a plane, dude. So
Did you watch it?
I jammed through 7 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm on episode 7 or episode 8. I can't remember.
Okay.
At 7. I'm on episode 7. Yeah.
Okay. Got through episode 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 3. I don't know. Good. It's good. I didn't like episode 2. Like I said, that felt like a slog. Got back into the
games.
The games, and then it's on. That to me is just so effed up. So effed up.
The show is really great. Once again, it's called Squid Game. Squid Game or Squid Game?
I think it's just Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game. It's a Korean series that they dubbed in English, and it's fantastic.
It's really good.
Yeah, I plan on watching the rest of that and then getting into Midnight Mass. It's once again the spooky season. So, and then this year I'm diving into a bunch of classic horror films, like the horror films that really started out everything. So I think it's over the weekend or possibly at some point this week I'll be watching the Bride of Frankenstein.
Okay. We got some time. I'm going to fire up some coffee.
All right, guys, once again, our question of the day, what movie scared you as a little kid, as in you still vividly remember the scene to this day? Share your stories with us here in the chat or give us a call here in just a moment. Don't mind me as I toggle some stuff around. Oh, so a quick little follow-up. We were talking about this last week. So Bam Margera, he was in Florida. I think he was like somewhere near Tampa. And he got, not arrested, but he essentially just got a police escort to rehab. So TMZ just put out a story a little while ago saying that Bam Margera alarmed loved one who saw him with a drink. That's what sent him back to rehab. So Bam Margera says he was photographed with a drink in his hand at Florida casino, and it was part of a domino effect that ended up with the cops giving him a ride to a rehab facility. The Jackass star tells TMZ he spent 140 days in a facility in Arizona for his manic bipolar disorder before being transferred to an outpatient facility in Florida. Bam says he was taking daily outpatient classes in Florida where he was staying with a friend and relative, and his wife and son were coming to visit him. But when their flight was delayed, he started killing time at a casino. Bam Margera says fans posted pictures of him with what appeared to be a drink in his hand, and he believes a panicked loved one saw images and alerted law enforcement. That person also claims Bam threatened to jump off a bridge, something Bam says was a misunderstanding. TMZ broke the story. Deputies responding to a call about an emotionally distressed person in St. Pete Beach. Yeah, he was over in St. Pete. And then the police essentially just gave him an Uber ride to rehab.
All right.
Bam says he's been back in rehab for about 2 months, and all he wants to do is work on himself so he can see his son and get back to filming. I don't know what he's filming, not anything with Jackass. I don't think those guys are ever going to let Bam Margera back within the Jackass family.
It'd be tough. I mean, it'd be tough.
Because the new Jackass film, when that does come out in February, it is going to be, it's going to be a huge film, but apparently they've set it up where they've introduced a bunch of new guys because all the old guys are 50 years old now.
Right.
I think they're going to, at this point, pretty much have the guys host maybe new movies or maybe a TV specials on like Netflix or something, or what's the MTV? Is it Paramount?
Yeah.
Is it Paramount or Peacock?
Paramount. It's Paramount. Yeah, it's CBS.
I could see like Jackass doing some like Paramount Plus specials at some point with the new guys from Jackass.
Yeah. Kind of back to Squid Game. There's a lady on TikTok who's saying that the translation from the Korean to English is not the same, and that you're missing like a good chunk of the series because they did a crappy job of translating everything. She's like, yeah, it's not, you're not even watching the same show, is basically what she said.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it's still fantastic. So you know what? Even a crappy translation of that show is still pretty damn good.
Agreed.
All right, guys, here in just a little bit, we're currently in commercials. We're going to come back out of this next song and talk about Torture Tuesday.
Yeah, we've got about 3 minutes.
Speaking of, I'm going to grab this fancy wheel cotter bot. Hold on. There it is. Boom. Fancy wheel. And we're going to get this set up, and we're going to have kind of a trip cam for Torture Tuesday tomorrow. Speaking of, I need to get our video guy to get me some new stuff who hasn't gotten me anything in like 2 weeks. It's been real slow.
All right.
Real slow. Gonna have to hit him with a stick.
Sorry, guys. Just moving some stuff around here for next hour. Getting set up for trivia.
While we have a second, I should probably do this as well. All right, guys, just a quick programming note as well. We'll be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and then we'll be off for a few days with Cotter out of town, and then we'll be back the following week. But we're going to jam in some pretty cool stuff this week, obviously. We got a Torture Tuesday tomorrow. Wednesday, hopefully going to have a special beer for breakfast on the air with us. We'll also have Lauren Wolverton in for the very last Explain the Bachelor with Bachelor Paradise. Mac makes her triumphant return tomorrow for not explain anything, for Chicks on Dudes. She'll be explaining lots of stuff. Mac got her hair did. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
She was doing a lot of, looked to be TikToking while she was out.
What's she doing? Is that what it was?
It looked like, I couldn't tell initially if it was her putting together these step-by-step how-to videos or if she was just sharing them. But it kind of came across like it was her putting them together.
Here's what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hire Mac to create our TikTok and just run it.
I don't want it. Yeah, if he's standing honest, I don't want it.
But, yeah, I'm going to hire her to do that because she understands it. I don't understand shit. Oh, this is what I was doing. There we go. Congratulations on keeping the fish alive while I was out, too.
Yeah.
I almost messaged you saying, hey, don't forget to feed the fish. I'm like,
I remembered.
I was like, nope, he's got it. He's got it.
All right, guys, be right back. Torture Tuesday is back. We kicked it off a couple weeks ago. We did the duel. Basically, we each did the one-chip challenge. We downed Flaming Hot Mountain Dew that had like Carolina Reapers muddled into it.
Spicy honey.
It sucked.
Tahini sauce.
Bad. But we're back tomorrow, Torture Tuesday. In Marshall's hand right now is the fart
launcher.
3000. I just want to say blaster. Because it's
whatever you want. For a launcher, for a blaster.
Fart launcher 3000. So tomorrow, during the entire show, got a brand new wheel.
Got a fancy, this fancy wheel right here. If you're watching the live stream right here, it's on camera right now. This thing is real fancy, and it's going to be on a triple cam with us tomorrow if you're watching the live stream. And pretty much whenever I say, Cotter, I'm going to have you spin that wheel.
Yep.
And as you see, it's got multiple little places that we can write things. So it'll say things like, regular fart juice. It'll say things like liquid ass.
Right.
And then I'm going to add in a couple caveats to that as well. Like I'm going to do double ass, which is obviously 2 shots of liquid ass.
Fair. That's fair.
And then we're going to go triple blaster ass. That's obviously 3 shots of liquid ass.
That's a whole lot of ass, man.
You're getting a whole lot of ass tomorrow. So congratulations. Finally,
thanks.
Finally, you're going to be that ladies' man, sort of, that you've always wanted to be. But tomorrow, we're using, finally, this $13 children's toy is going to come into effect. It's finally going to be useful.
You bought that, what, a month and a half, 2 months ago?
Longer than that. Longer than that. When I'm a grown man with way too much money, when I saw the Fart Launcher 3000 available for $13 on Amazon, of course I bought it. And then I bought it for friends and family.
That's true.
I sent out like 3 or 4 of these things.
So I just thought of this. We have like an event we're going to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Am I just going to reek of ass the entire time?
Bring a different set of clothes.
Oh. Or not get out of the event within 15 minutes.
Yeah. Or just wear a plastic bag to work. Wear a garbage bag to work tomorrow.
What's that? It's my fart condom. Leave me alone.
Fart condom. That's great.
All right, Torture Tuesday is back tomorrow. It is the Fart Launcher 3000. I am going to suffer the entire show. I can't wait. Coming up next, we're going to take your calls, comments, and texts. Want your story. What movie scared you as a little kid? As in, you still remember that scene to this day that just freaked you out. Hit us up now, 800-394-1061. Your calls, comments, and texts after 7. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
All right, gang. We haven't heard from Charles this morning. Now I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Did he finally pop a gasket and have an aneurysm over the weekend? I'm not for sure.
I'm going to grab my coffee.
All right, guys. Once again, go ahead and let us know. Let us know about our question of the day. Question of the day, once again. What movie scared you as a little kid, as in you still vividly remember the scene to this day? Let us know your stories. You can drop them into the chat, or you can call us up, 1-800-394-1061. Text is that same exact number. Speaking of, going to log into our little zip whip here. All right, guys, going to dive in the top of the hour with our question of the day. After we get done with that, we're going to play trivia for Ayron Jones tickets. Ayron Jones is playing a show over at the brand new District Live downtown Savannah inside the Plant Riverside District. If you take Martin Luther King until you literally can't anymore, you're at District Live. You run right into it. To the right is the valet of the Plant Riverside. To the left is the brand new venue, in case you're wondering where it was at.
I still have yet to go to Plant Riverside.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I still.
I've been there a couple times. I mean, honestly, at this point, just wait a few more weeks. Wait till the tourists kind of die out here.
Yeah.
And then head yourself down there. It is jamming down there right now. It's humming. I am kind of excited now that we're getting into the season. The next 3 months, obviously, tons of parties, tons of who's it's and what's it's and all that fun stuff.
Right.
My wife's boss is a dentist, and last year we went to that fancy steakhouse inside of Plant Riverside, and I think our bill came out to be like $2,500. So this year, I'm gonna try to beat it. I ordered every drink I could, every $20 drink I could off that last menu. I ordered, and then it was my wife's coworker. She's got a husband who's about my same age, who's about as a degenerate as I am. So we just get together and we just hammer drinks. So I'm excited that me and Chris get to hang out once again and then hammer drinks.
So how many years before the boss finally is like, sorry, you're not welcome?
Nah. I don't think there's a end to that story.
Okay.
I think it's going to be incredible. But I am looking forward to that Christmas dinner. Once again, mostly because I'm a degenerate.
Hey, dude.
Alcoholic.
I would take advantage of it. Kidding me?
There's Charles. He said, good morning. Sorry so late to the party, but season finales of Animal Kingdom and Billions. There you go. Glad you fit him in this morning, man.
How is Billions? I've heard a lot of good things about it. I just have never dove in. Morning, Sean. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say I just took the stories from the Cotter and Marshall show page.
Okay.
For our call-in today, because I know we got a bunch off the Rock page I saw.
Yep.
So I'm not even going to mess with those. And I have oh, shit. And I've got a couple off the stream, so I'm just going to run with those.
Okay.
All right, guys, once again, our question of the day. What scary movie got you as a little kid? As in, you still vividly remember the scene from that movie. So if you got a story, feel free to share it with us. Also, feel free to call in and let us know your stories. 1-800-394-1061.
Still got some commercials, couple tunes. Bush, Come Down. Highly Suspect 16. And then we'll get into it. So got about 10 minutes.
What about what new music are we playing on Rock 106.1? Anything like crazy that you've added over the last 2 weeks?
Let me think. What did we just add last week? We finally got our hands on the new Mastodon. We will add that here within the next week or so. We got to put in the new Volbeat, put in the new Ghost, put in some new Rise Against. Unfortunately, it's like there hasn't been any like newer bands that you're just like, oh my God, this band is awesome. You know what I mean? Still, we kind of hit a dry spell, at least the stuff we're getting. There's this band called Varsity. I don't remember what the first single was, but it came out during the pandemic when we were still doing afternoons. And man, I love that song. So good. They got a brand new single that I want to check out. I haven't heard it yet, but that was one band that kind of, the first song kind of like made me take notice. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. So I'm hoping the second one is just as good. But I mean, you know, there's new Guns N' Roses-ish, you know. The new Rise Against, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a good song. And the new Mastodons, I like it. So I'm looking forward to getting that one on and in.
Yeah, I like that new Mastodon song. I forget the name of it.
Here, I can tell you. Because they released, once again, they do the whole metal track, and then the actual single.
Yeah. Mastodon does we like this song, but here's the song everyone else is going to like.
Tear Drinker.
Oh.
Is the name of the song.
Sounds delicious.
I know, right? You'll drink your tears.
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day. What movie scared you as a little kid, as in you still remember the scene to this day? Go ahead and let us know your stories. Andrew, thank you so much for dropping your story in. We're going to get to these stories here in just a little bit. Like Cotter said, we currently got a little, I don't know, about 8 minutes or so maybe.
Yeah, about.
Got a couple songs we're going to play before we jump into the top of the hour. Jeremy, I just read your story for the first time. That's a great one. Andrew, thank you for that story as well. All right, so I got 3 pretty good stories off the chat here. So how did you want to work our first break? I mean, it seems like we're loaded with content even walking into it.
Do you want to go first since, I mean, the horror movie's your thing, y'all thing? And then I've got some as well that I can hold on to for a break.
Cool. Yeah, I'll jump into mine first, and then just once again, I'm taking, I don't know if you have them separated out from the Cotter and Marshall page or the Rock page.
Yeah, I went ahead and found the split here. So.
Yeah. Charles, thank you for your story too.
So yeah, I've got them separate.
Yeah, I mean, by far, this is my favorite time of year. I love scary movies. I've always have. And then even, you know, being with my wife, who's the biggest horror fan ever, it's easy to love this time of year and watch a ton of movies. So, The Bride of Frankenstein, one I'm watching this week.
So, and I realize HBO Max has like a lot of the old school Friday the 13th and Halloween's and Nightmare on Elm Street. So I'm going to go back and I think watch some of those. Because I mean, you guys are way more into it than probably anybody I know. So do you guys, when you watch a newer movie, I mean, do you still get scared? Are you soulless and it doesn't affect you that way anymore?
Nicole will make fun of me if I jump, and I jump sometimes. So yeah, I mean, I'll still get scared if I'm really into it, obviously.
Right.
But
get sucked into.
Yeah, I mean, we watch a lot of terrible horror movies. I mean, we went on a stretch of some really bad horror films. And here's what I know: every time you see a horror film and it's got like, if it's over a 5 out of 10 or it's over 3 stars, it's a pretty decent horror film.
Sure.
Anything under like 2 stars, it's probably campy bad. And at that point, you got to do your research on whether you're wasting your time or not.
Yeah.
So, but no horror movie is like a 9 out of 10 because everyone's a scared little pussy.
Sure.
So, so you gotta really you gotta do your research on horror films when you try to watch some like kind of sneaky great ones.
Right.
Rotten Tomatoes has obviously their list of horror films, like their top 100. it's a pretty great list to kind of base off of. If you never watched a film, a bunch of horror films, you want to get into it, definitely go with that list.
The ones I can't do are the ones that are just the torture porny type stuff. I like
anything from Eli Roth.
I watched the first Hostel. The wife and I actually watched the first Hostel years ago, and we're like, "Oh, what are we watching?"
Yeah.
But it was like, all right, that was for what it was. We enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to watch the second one. I'm like, I can't do it. It's like I've never seen Human Centipede. I have no desire.
Oh, I've seen all three.
I got no desire to sit through.
Also, fun fact, there was 3.
I know. I got no desire to sit through that. It just sounds disgusting. And I think whatever I've built up in my head is probably, I don't know, maybe it's worse than what it actually is. But I got no desire to watch that movie. It's like, Midsummer. I kind of want to watch it, but I hear it's, kind of got some of that. I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. That stuff bothers me in a weird way.
Yeah, it's those movies got me. I'm going to tell a story. So we have one more song, then we're jumping on the air, guys. Once again, our question of the day: what movie scared you as a little kid? The story I'm going to tell that got me is a story about the Blair Witch Project. So I'll tell you about that. I guess let's see, how old was I there? Carry the 2.
Came out in 99. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
All right, guys, just a few minutes away before jumping into the top of the hour here and into our question of the day. Heads up, also, trivia is coming up after our question. We're going to give away some tickets to Ayron Jones.
So after yours, what do you want to do?
Mine's not probably the longest story in the world,
Sure.
So I'll get into my story. Why don't you dive into one of yours? Let's just make sure we're not talking about the same films. So we're kind of breaking that up. So, I can end the break by doing a Nightmare on Elm Street story.
Okay.
I could do that from Jeremy's if you have a story that you want to put in between that's not Nightmare. And then you got some clips that you're going to play.
I've from Wanda's Nightmare story, I've got that clip. Then, somebody brings up the Crypt Keeper, I've got that. So I do have some audio and stuff like that.
How long is the Crypt Keeper story?
It's literally just talking about his laugh.
Oh, okay.
I think that is on the Cotter and Marshall one. So I think that was on that and Wanda's, I think, is on yours. I think Wanda's is definitely on Crypt Keeper. Maybe.
Crypt Keeper's not on the Cotter Marshall page.
Where the hell did it go? Because I specifically got that because of it.
You could honestly just play it throughout our talk.
I've got some music too to throw in, so yeah.
All right. Just watch out on the stream with possibly.
Yeah, I'm going to turn that off just because.
Oh shoot! Look at that. Sean is actually going off to buy the Arby's smoked meat set. Sean, real quick question: are you going to buy the full set, or are you still only allowed to buy either the hoodie or sweatpants? Quick question. Wanda says Crypt Keepers on the Rock 106.1 page. I believe it's where I saw it. Possibly.
Okay.
Morning, Mac. Oh, Mac's back to work today.
Minute and a half.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I'll do. So you got something in the middle you're going to use that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Showing how young Mac is. Mac talks about Goosebumps. Good Lord, Mac. Really? Really? We get it. All right, guys, a little less than a minute. We're jumping on the air. Once again, our question of the day is, what movie scared you as a little kid, as in you still remember the scene that got you to this very day?
All right, got about 30 seconds.
Y'all good over there?
Yeah. I still can't find that effing Crypt Keeper thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, found it. All right, guys, be right back. What movie scared you as a little kid? I mean, it scared you so bad that scenes or, certain things still creep you out, still can't get out of your mind. We want those stories. 800-394-1061. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Be sure to join the stream today. Get on there, hang out with the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Perfect timing. Want your stories? Call, comment, and text today, 800-394-1061. What movie scared you as a little kid? I mean, things that still stick in your mind. It's very vivid in there, still giving you like night sweats when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a couple, obviously, as a small child. I think it was, one of those late afternoon like movies you'd watch on Fox. Like Fox, like in the fall time when football isn't on, like a Saturday, 4, 5 o'clock.
Right.
Like Friday the 13th would come on. I think I think it was the first one. And I remember that really getting me as a small child. But that's not the story I want to tell today, Cotter. That's not the story.
Okay.
I want to go back to the fond year of 1999. Talking about the movie that got me. I was 16 years old.
Wow.
I was almost able to drive a car. I couldn't afford one, but I was almost able. I had a driver's license. I was 16 years old.
Right.
Talking about October-ish. Late October-ish of 1999, I run to our library. Once again, I don't have a car. And I get the Blair Witch Project. Heard about it all year. It came out a few months earlier in July, and it broke down barriers when this thing came out. So I popped it into my VCR, once again, 1999, and watched the Blair Witch Project. And if you guys remember, sorry, spoiler, it's been a few years. The movie ends with a character that has been missing, is found in a trance.
Right.
Kind of in the corner, just staring in a corner because of the Blair Witch has put a spell on him. It really got me. It really freaked me out a little bit. I'm like, this is like, because it was the first found footage film.
Right.
So it almost seemed too real. Now, I lived in Deer Creek, Illinois at the time, and I lived across the street from a very large cornfield. And, of course, at that time, the corn was very dry.
Yeah.
Made a lot of rustly sounds in the wind. And I think I got done finished watching that film around 6 o'clock at night. And at that time, once again, it was quite dark outside.
Yeah, okay.
And I was walking to my buddy's house about a block away so I could tell him all about the Blair Witch Project, how incredible it was. And I just remember hearing some, like, rustling behind me. I ran full blast to my buddy's house. I didn't even knock on the door. I just walked, hello, kid? Kid McDonald? I was freaked out. And I still remember that to this very day about how incensed I was. Just from rustling of a corn, hearing corn that I've heard all the time.
The actors' real names, for it. Is this a true story? Is it not a true story? They just played into that so well. I don't think I've seen the movie since. I wonder if it lives up.
I don't know if it holds up very well, but I kind of don't want to go. I mean,
you don't want to wreck it.
It literally scared me at that moment. Now, I don't want to ever go back and ruin the Blair Witch Project for myself, but that's the one I got.
All right, Brian hit us up on Facebook. He said, not a movie, but the Crypt Keeper's laugh from Tales from the Crypt. That's so awesome.
It is just kind of a terrifying type of laugh.
Tales from the Crypt back in the day on HBO, the anthology series, was so good. And I have tried really hard to find that on a streaming service somewhere. I got all excited when HBO Max came out. I was thinking, this is an opportunity. They're bringing back, old school Tales from the Crypt. Mm-hmm. It's not there.
And no, and the guy who does the laugh, his name is John Edward Kassir. He's actually on Cameo, and I purchased a Cameo for my wife of him wishing my wife a happy birthday. He does the laugh better than ever. He really does. And if he does a cameo video, he actually has the Crypt Keeper's head on a popsicle stick, and he'll wave it around the front of the camera. It's like $50. And just so you know, if you have someone, a loved one that loves the Crypt Keeper, it's worth every single penny. He does an excellent job.
All right, taking your calls, comments, and texts. What movie scared you as a little kid? It still is in the back of your mind today. Jason hit us up on Facebook. He said the original Poltergeist. Saw it once as a kid when it came out, and I'll never watch it again.
Ugh.
Still creepy, man. Still creepy.
Yeah, that one definitely gets us. We got a story here from the stream that we want to get to, Cotter, before we take a short break here. Jeremy says, morning, guys. So the one movie that scared me really bad when I was a kid was Nightmare on Elm Street. The part where Freddy comes out of the waterbed scared me for years because my parents had a waterbed. So every time I see it and the lights off, I would get chills. You know, the hand kind of pressing up, or the face, or whatever it was.
Yes.
It's running down, and then I think it exploded or whatever, and everything was fine because it was a dream. And
it was Johnny Depp in the waterbed, right? Is that the Johnny Depp scene?
No, yes.
I don't remember now.
Yes. I don't know.
Because he dies in a geyser of blood.
Yeah, how much do you love that scene, man? Johnny Depp laying on a waterbed? Is that your weird, sexy nightmare dream?
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, what up, Jack Sparrow? I'll ride your waves anytime.
All right, what movie scared you as a kid so much so that you still remember it vividly to this day? Hit us up. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Got more of your stories next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061. Here's Fozzie.
Sean answered a question. I can buy whatever I want, but the sweatpants look like the style I don't like. I'm thinking I'm going hoodie. It's not stupidly overpriced.
I'd go hoodie, man.
Sean, you need to buy this hoodie. We can't be there for you emotionally to purchase it, but we are 100% you purchasing this item. How about this? Cotter and I will each donate $5.
Yeah, I'm in.
If you can get it, we will each donate $5 American, just to be clear. And we will throw in for the fund. We want to be a part of you growing into the best smoked meats you can be. And I think that says a lot about how much we love you.
All right, we got about 3 minutes.
All right. Mac did a twofer. Things that scare. Essentially, everything scares Mac. Melissa. Oh, Melissa. You know what? That's a good one that no one probably has brought up yet. The Wizard of Oz. We'll get into that here in a bit.
I get that, man. I get that 100%.
Wanda says Blair Witch could have been so much more if they hadn't made such crappy sequels. Agreed. Yeah, the second one they made immediately into like this big Hollywood
production. This was actually a movie, wasn't it? Wasn't the found footage?
Yeah. Rhett says, yo, good morning. My scary movie was Poltergeist and Rosemary's Baby. I don't know if I've ever seen Rosemary's Baby. I think I've seen Poltergeist. I know I've seen
I've seen Poltergeist. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen Rosemary's Baby.
Chris says Blair Witch Project didn't scare me in the theater, but that night, every sound in my house and outside my windows amplified to the point I couldn't sleep. Exactly, man. Exactly.
I mean, I was working. I think I was working at a smooth jazz station when that came out, and it's like the hype around that. It's like you had to go see it. It's just one of those things. I got to go, and I got to go on the big screen to see it.
All right, we're about a minute and a half out from going back on the air. Cotter, what do you want to do with this? Obviously, you'll tell your story here.
Yep, I'll tell mine. I still have a couple here.
I got a story from Charles that would be good.
Okay.
Andrew's story is good, but it's about Poltergeist. So I know we kind of talked about the Poltergeist a moment ago, so I can leave that for the third break.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say we can save since we did Freddy, we can save Wanda's for the third break as well.
Dan says my parents forced me to watch Child Play when I was 5.
Oh Jesus.
Nice.
My mom was weird. My mom's weird. So growing up, she would not allow me to watch horror movies. So, I mean,
probably more for her sake than yours.
I didn't watch, I mean, outside of, accidentally catch, like the story I'll tell about the one that freaks me out that I still remember. But I didn't really watch them until I was like 13, 14 when I would like go spend the night at a friend's house.
Right.
And they'd be like, I got Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. So, yeah. So I didn't watch a lot of them when I was younger.
All right, so you'll go first.
Yep.
I'll bring up two. I'm going to bring up Melissa's with the monkeys.
Okay.
And then I can jump into... Justin's got like a triple box. Dan says, is the older scary films better than today's? Oh, that's a great question, Dan. I mean, it's obviously about preference. I don't know, we'll talk about it more once we go back off the air, but we're going on right now.
I'll be right back. Call, comment, and text this morning, 800-394-1061. What movie scared you as a little kid, so much so that you still remember it to this day? Still gives you creeps. Mine, like I was saying off air, my mom didn't allow me to watch horror movies as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't experience Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, any of those until 13, 14 years old when I'd go spend the night at friends' houses. Because Mom was like, no. However, one movie I stumbled across, I don't remember if my parents were watching it. I don't remember if I was just home alone and it popped up on HBO or something. But as a kid, The Shining creeped me out.
Oh, yeah.
The Lady in the Tub. Nightmares to this day.
The twins?
The twins are absolutely.
Ooh. Yeah, didn't the twins, like, after the twins, wasn't it the elevator full of blood?
Yes.
Yeah. Stanley Kubrick, he had a touch. He had a touch for the horror film.
It's based on a Stephen King book. Stephen King hates this rendition. Stanley Kubrick is known for shooting like hours and hours and hours of footage.
Mm-hmm.
He drove Shelley Duvall almost literally crazy making this movie. He would call Stephen King at 2 a.m. asking just random questions,
right?
Nothing to do with the book and or the movie. And they do show the shot of the elevator pouring blood out in the trailer. But technically, at least back in the day, you weren't allowed to show blood in a trailer. So he told the people that, the film, whatever, and he was like, no. It's just red water. It's fine. It's not blood at all. It was totally blood.
It's totally blood.
Got to throw it in the trailer. Stanley Kubrick, genius.
All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day was, what movie scared you as a little kid, as in you still remember that certain scene that got you to this very day? Melissa chimed in on the chat just a little while ago, and a lot of people oddly agreed with this one. She goes, those damn flying monkeys in The Wizard of Oz.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
As a kid, because CBS showed that every damn year growing up. So you didn't have, it was before cable, it was before anything else. You could watch Wizard of Oz every year on CBS. As a kid, those monkeys, nightmare.
Yeah, and Chris actually on the chat agreed. He goes, yes, those damn flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz freaked me out. He goes, I can't stand them to this very day. We got another great story from Charles here on the Stream Cotter. He said, a movie that scared me as a kid, being as my family was heavily involved with the church and I was a student of the Bible, especially Revelations, I was just encourageable maybe enough to understand the powers of the evil side. He goes, the scene in The Exorcist when the demon is pulled out and visible in the scene blew his mind. That devil in The Exorcist was so naughty mouth, potty mouth,
so bad.
He'll never have a career in radio.
I mean, there are so many movies that aren't traditional or aren't even just horror movies. Glenn hit us up. Darby O'Gill and the Little People. This was like a Disney movie from back, 50s or 60s, not animated. It involves leprechauns. The scene with the banshee, he said, just got to him. 4 or 5 years old when he saw this movie.
Wait, Sean Connery is in this film. Did you know that?
Oh, I forgot about that. I saw this
Sean
movie
Connery
when I was a kid, but definitely not a horror movie by any means. Jen was like, Jaws did it for her.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, is Jaws a horror movie?
It can be. I mean, my wife's grandma, huge Jaws fan.
Okay.
I mean, like it's one of her favorite films of all time. And yeah, it was absolutely terrifying when the film came out.
Now, Ian brought up something, not a horror movie at all, but I'm 100% in on this movie creeping me out when I was a kid. The original Red Dawn.
Still haven't seen it, but you've brought it up many times.
Dude, it is such a good movie. It takes place, it's set in the 80s, height of the Cold War. Russia, I want to say Cuba is involved. They invade the United States. For Ian, it was the scene when the Russians were first dropping in, and the kids are at school, and they're looking outside the windows, and there's just people in parachutes and guns dropping down, and they just start unloading and shooting everybody in the school.
Yeah, and they should do a new movie where it's just robots. Because that's going to happen actually one day.
That's the freakiest thing ever. All right, what movie scared you as a kid? Hit us up, 800-394-1061. You can call, comment, and text. Got more of your stories next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Charles says, Red Dawn, classic.
Dude, so good. So good.
Jeff says, Phantasm, the tall man and the damn silver ball. Have you ever seen the Phantasm films?
I haven't, and it is, when I was talking about HBO Max, having some class, it's got Phantasm.
Dude, Phantasm, those series of films are fun.
Okay.
I don't know if they were really crazy scary, Jeff. I don't know if I got into a huge, I need to watch all the Phantasm films probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I saw every one. I was a huge fan, so much so that there's a company called Mondo. They do a bunch of pop culture stuff, like movies and toys and stuff. They put out a Christmas ornament of the tiny Phantasm ball, which is like a silver ball that usually like little spikes can shoot out of.
Yeah.
I actually, if you ever come over for Christmas, I have a Christmas ornament of the Phantasm ball.
No, so I did notice that they were there on HBO Max, so I have not seen those. So those are ones that I'd like to watch. Because I've seen Elm Street, I've seen Halloween.
Yeah, watch the Phantasm films. Watch Hereditary. Watch Babadook. I think those are newer films that are really good. I think our phones are in.
I think that's
our
us.
thing's not blinking again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rock 1061, who's this?
Hey, my name's Joey. How you guys doing?
Good,
up,
Joey? How are
Joey?
you, man?
Good. I've got a story for the the scariest movie thing that you guys are doing this morning.
Yeah, hit us up.
Hey, man. So my parents told me when I was 3 or 4 years old, we were watching The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where the dog puts on the mask and the dog turns around and looks at the camera.
Yeah.
I have screamed and ran out of the room.
That's what got you?
Apparently, that's what got me, man. It was the scariest shit at the time.
That's awesome.
Joey, we love you, man.
Oh, that's great.
Hey, we're laughing with you, just so you know. We're not laughing at you.
Hey, that's all good, man.
Dude, that's awesome.
All right.
Dude, thank you so much for calling in, man.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Hey, thank you guys.
All right,
Enjoy your day.
Thanks, man.
You too, man.
You too. All right, let me edit it.
Yeah,
up
get
real
that.
quick.
He's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Be right back.
All right, guys, we're back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us for just a few seconds there. Cotter was editing up that phone call that we got from Joey. Great phone call from Joey. All right, so once again, our question of the day, which I'm sure you know by now. What movie scared you as a little kid? As in, what scene exactly got you? Who would have thought? The Mask got Joey.
That's awesome.
We'll share that phone call. Do you just want to go ahead and start with that?
Yeah.
Let's start with the fireworks.
And we'll definitely go right into soliciting.
Yeah, and we'll go right into to trivia today. Actually, if Andrew, you are on the chat, I think. Andrew, we are giving away Ayron Jones tickets today. So if you can peel yourself away from work, we are going to be playing trivia all this week for Ayron Jones tickets. Once again, first caller in, guaranteed to win the tickets. Then you just play trivia versus one of us.
All right.
We got a couple text messages. The Amityville horror one on the text line is pretty good, so I may bring that one up.
Yeah.
How do you want to work this last break? Obviously, we'll begin with the call.
We'll play his. I'm going to tell a quick story coming out about my brother that I completely forgot about a moment in a movie that just, he freaked out on. I'll tell that quick story. We can bring up Wanda's since I got that audio set for her, which was just the Freddy Krueger line.
Yeah, I've got two stories I want to hit. I want to hit up Andrew's Poltergeist, and then I want to hit up Lindsay's. It's about Jeepers Creepers.
Okay, so I'll tell. Okay, we'll do this call. I'll tell mine. I'll do. I can do Wanda's real quick if you want to wrap up with those two.
Okay, yeah. So pretty much call your two, my two out.
Yeah. Gotcha. Which one you gonna end with? So,
because we already talked about Poltergeist briefly. Do you have anything from Jeepers Creepers?
No,
like audio wise.
No, I didn't grab that one.
That's not a big deal. Let's end on hers. Let's end on Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
So I'll tell Andrew first.
Okay. Cool.
While we have a few minutes, we can get to some of them that we didn't get to.
Yeah.
Mac had a couple. Mac first said Goosebumps, the one about the mask, creeped me out as a kid. And I second Charles' story about the book Revelations. Didn't sleep for 3 days when I was like 8. Max said also, moving into my teenage and young adult years, The Strangers and Jeepers Creepers. Gotta love being growing up in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, dude. Growing up in a small town surrounded by cornfields did not play well for most horror movies.
No, it did not. Elaine says, the movie that scared me as a kid was The Hitchhiker. The suspense was scary enough,
dude,
but the bloody finger in the French fry sack is still burned into my brain.
Rutger Hauer, C. Thomas Howell. I remember that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I know exactly what scene you're talking about. So gross.
I got another call there if you want to try to squeeze it in. I don't know if you want to or not.
Let's see where we got 2.5 minutes.
Just let's see if we can get some magic here. If not, no big deal.
Rock 161, who's this?
Hey.
It's Vic. What's up?
How's it going, Vic?
I'm actually on time this morning.
I like it.
Proud of you.
Hey, Poltergeist scared the bleep out of me.
No kidding?
What specifically about Poltergeist got you?
Where the dude is looking in the mirror, man, he starts tearing his face off. I've actually been there a couple times.
Bad mushrooms or good mushrooms?
Bad LSD trip.
Oh.
I was real young then. I can't do shit like that being 50, man.
Why not?
It's not good for your body, dude. It's not good for your body.
It's beyond your time?
It's true. It's really rough on the old stomach, but I've tried it. It didn't help none.
I get that. Well,
don't play that on the air now.
No,
Keep that a secret.
We'll play it on the air.
We have to go on in like a minute, man. So we got to wrap up and get prepared. But dude, thank you so much for calling in today, man.
You know it, brother.
All right, see you, Vic.
Hi, Vic.
Top of the morning to you.
See you, buddy.
I told Vic to call us like last week, like for 3 straight days. I'm like, dude, call into the show. He didn't. He calls us the day we don't. All right, once again, you're starting off with the call.
Yep.
You got 2 quick stories. I got 2 quick stories, and we're bouncing out.
Yep.
Good old Vic. Getting prepared to Vic himself. Happy Monday, Thomas. Rhett says, The Omen also freaked me out as a kid.
I remember watching that later because my mom, when I got older...
Your mom didn't let you do shit.
No, but when I got older, the Omen freaked her out. So I remember watching some of them. Those, because you had, who was the actor? Was it Cary Grant? I mean, you had like an actor in that, in that movie playing the senator or whatever, the father of Damien or whatever.
Oh, let me look real quick.
And it's just like
Gregory Peck.
So yeah, it's like that movie is it's just good. It's just a good movie. All right, be right back, guys. What movie scared you as a little kid? So much so that you remember it to this day. You can still comment and text 800-394-1061. Got a call from Joey about a movie that scared him. Not your typical scary movie.
You guys are never going to guess this.
My
You'll never
parents
guess.
told me, like, when I was like 3 or 4 years old, we were watching The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where the dog puts on the mask and the dog turns around and looks at the camera.
Yeah.
I have screamed and ran out of the room.
That's what got you?
Apparently that's what got me, man. It was the scariest time.
That's awesome. I mean, as a little kid, I kind of get it.
Yeah. Joey, we love you, man, but I don't think anyone will ever have that same exact story that you have there. Cotter, you got a story, right?
Yeah.
Your brother had a moment.
Yeah, that whole thing with Joey reminded me of this. We were watching Ghostbusters. I mean, Ghostbusters, 84, 85, maybe 86, regardless. It was the biggest movie of the summer.
The original film.
The original film.
Yeah.
So we were watching it at the house. It might have been like my birthday party or something. So my brother, who is 4 years younger than me, he's there watching. I got some friends over. My mom, I think, sitting on the couch. My brother is like right in front of the TV. And it's like one of the first scenes in the library when they're going down into like the basement.
Oh, yeah.
And they see, the old librarian standing there. And then she turns and goes, ah! My brother. I mean, in one jump, went from in front of the TV to my mom's lap on the couch, like Usain Bolt quick.
Right.
It was just stupid. I've never seen anybody move that fast in my life.
Your brother should be an Olympian. you should have pushed him towards that.
You just need the ghost from Ghostbusters hanging out and wherever he goes. Wanda hit us up. It was about a specific line from A Nightmare on Elm Street.
It's a very ominous phone call these get.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
I get it. I mean, you're watching that for the first time. You're probably, a youth.
Yeah, youth.
You're thinking, it's like, and you get a phone call from Freddie. I'm your boyfriend now. Nobody wants that.
What if we should call our wives up today and don't say anything and just breathe heavily and be like, I'm your boyfriend now, Dana. Who is this? Bring home laundry detergent. Why are you calling me? All right. Well, once again, our question of the day, guys. Fantastic stuff from all of who's participated. Thank you so much. Question of the day: what movie scared you as a little kid? And of course, what scene really did it for you? Whether it be The Mask or Wizard of Oz. This story right here from Andrew, I think everyone can relate to because watching this film as a small child, Cotter.
Yes.
It got me.
Okay.
It was very scary. But for a different scene. Now let's get to Andrew. So Andrew says, when I was a kid, my parents had gone out and they had gotten a babysitter. So I convinced the babysitter that it was all right for me to watch Poltergeist. And she was like, I don't think your parents want you to be watching that, but she let me watch it anyway. And it scared the crap out of me. I had nightmares for a month that my parents had to deal with. Poltergeist, man. I mean, that scene, he doesn't really mention a specific scene, but the clown scene, right?
Yeah,
with the arms and under the bed and the tree. The braces. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that Poltergeist did right. Plus, it had Coach in it.
And I mean, that movie was like a PG movie, maybe PG-13. What they were able to do and not make it an R-rated movie, impressive.
Steven Spielberg, did he direct it or was he just like the producer?
I think he produced it. I can't think of the director, but I don't think it was Spielberg, but he did produce.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite horror movies growing up for sure. Got one more to wrap up our conversation today. Once again, thank you for everyone who's participated. Lindsay hit us up on the Facebook page. She said, Jeepers Creepers was the one that did it for me. I was 11. The creeper going through their laundry freaked me out so bad. I would cry when my mom went through mine to wash it, so I started doing my own laundry. Maybe this movie should be shown to all children.
Right? I love this. You're going to do your, yes,
Right.
please, all day long. All right, you can continue to hit us up with a text or comment, 800-394-1061. What movie scared you as a little kid? What scene really stands out to you even to this day? Right now, it's time to play. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? We got tickets for Ayron Jones. If you'd like to play, give us a call now, 800-394-1061. First in wins the tickets, takes on either Marshall or myself. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Rock 1061.
All right, guys, if anyone wants to take us on in trivia, go ahead and hit us up, 1-800-394-1061. 7 questions, 60 seconds, and you're guaranteed to win Ayron Jones tickets playing District Live this coming, well, not this coming, a couple weeks from now, Saturday, October 23rd.
If we don't get a call, we're going to do, because pushing for time, we'll just come out of, we're just going to interrupt the stop set and do a solicit in the middle.
Okay.
Just because it'll be easier than waiting. He'll give a few extra minutes.
Gotcha. A couple text messages that we got that I'll share while we're waiting a second here. Someone chimed in and said, as a young child, most of the horror movies seemed all fake, but the one movie that scared me was Mount St. Helens. I was scared of dying in a volcano eruption, although chances were low in Aiken County, South Carolina.
There was a Mount St. Helens movie, or she was just talking the event?
I'm guessing just the event.
The event was freaky, man. I remember that, too. It happened in the 80s, 1980. Yeah, I remember that happening. All right, we're going to come out after this commercial here.
Okay.
Be right back, guys. Pick her up. Rock 1061, who's this?
It's TJ.
TJ, how's it going, man?
It's going good. Or you can call me Thomas. It's okay.
All right, Thomas. All right, man. Time for some trivia. First question is, who do you want to take on, myself, Cotter, or Marshall?
Oh, I can't believe. Let me take on Marshall.
All right, fair enough.
Cool.
All right, 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time's going to start as soon as I finish question number 1. If you don't know the answer to a question, feel free to pass. And if we have time left over at the end, we will come back to it, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Yellow Submarine was the only number 1 UK hit for the Beatles that featured which member on lead vocals, George Harrison or Ringo Starr?
Ringo Starr.
That is correct. How many grams are in a kilogram?
1,000.
That is correct. Oslo is the capital of what country?
Can you repeat it?
Oslo is the capital of what country?
Iceland.
Incorrect. In what year were Nike Air Jordans first sold to the public? It's multiple choice. 1984, 1985, or 1986?
85.
That is correct. Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix both won Oscars for playing what character?
The Joker.
Correct. What city is the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum located in?
I don't watch baseball. I don't know. Pass.
Okay. The Disney movie The Little Mermaid is based on a fairy tale by who? Hans Christian Andersen or the Brothers Grimm?
The Brothers Grimm.
Incorrect. All right, time is up. All right, Thomas, though. Let's see. Get Marshall ready here. Thomas got 4 out of 7, Marshall.
Ooh. All right.
All right, hang tight, Thomas. We'll be right back. Going to put Marshall to the test, see how he does. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Number 1, Yellow Submarine was the only number 1 UK hit for the Beatles that featured which member on lead vocals, George Harrison or Ringo Starr?
Christ. Ringo?
That is correct.
Oh, nice.
How many grams are in a kilogram?
1,000?
That is correct.
Oh.
Oslo is the capital city of what country?
Norway?
Correct.
Okay.
In what year, multiple choice, in what year were Nike Air Jordans first sold to the public? 1984, 85, or 86?
What's up with these questions? Jesus Christ.
Why?
I'm guessing half of them. 85.
That is correct. Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix both won Oscars for playing what character?
Joker?
That is correct. What city is the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum located in?
Pass.
The Disney movie The Little Mermaid is based on a fairy tale by who? Hans Christian Andersen or the Brothers Grimm?
Hans Christian Andersen?
That is correct. Your time is up. All right, Thomas, Marshall got you 6 out of 7.
Good Lord.
But good news, man, you still got some tickets for Ayron Jones.
You got lucky. You got lucky.
Dude, honestly, I've never felt so dumb doing a quiz. Like, I don't know where I got half this.
Well, it's all right. I'll take the tickets and the L.
All right, Thomas, we got a phone number. Marshall will hit you up sometime this week with a call, and we'll get everything situated for the tickets.
Sounds great, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Kyle, let's go over those correct answers.
Yellow Submarine, only number 1 UK hit for the Beatles, sung by Ringo Starr. There are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. Oslo, capital of Norway. The Nike Air Jordans, first given to him in 84, first sold to the public in 1985, so correct. Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix, both won Oscars for the Joker. Who had ever thought, though, that they'd be handing out Oscars for the Joker?
Yeah. What about who played the original Joker?
Are you going
Romero?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the TV show?
Give him one.
What city is the National Baseball Hall of Fame Museum located in? Cooperstown.
Damn it.
And the Disney movie Little Mermaid, based off the fairy tale And the Disney movie The Little Mermaid, based on the fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. Back at it tomorrow, new time, 7:30. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with audio. Cotter's going to edit that up. All right, guys, thanks for hanging around with us while Cotter was editing the audio up for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Dropped in the stories for Dude of the Week into the stream as well, guys. So our Dudes of the Week, first one is a gentleman who found a painting he did 20 years after he sold it, and he's selling it once again for breast cancer research. Story number 2 is about a gentleman who is a paratrooper, I guess is the correct terminology.
Yeah, it's
a paramotoring enthusiast.
Yes.
I'm going to call him paratrooper. He is doing some great work in Thailand with some people who are flooded, dropping off supplies and stuff. So those are the 2 stories. I dropped them into the chat. If you want to check them out, get ready for Dude of the Week. We'll do that top of the 8 o'clock hour today. Sean says, Jesus, if Delta keeps changing my flight itinerary, I'll be in Savannah by the end of the week. Cool. So I talked about going to a Chicago pizza place.
Oh, yeah.
So I was wrong. Not a Chicago pizza place. It is a spot that's, let's see. I would say the place I went to is called Gio's Italian Deli Market.
Okay.
Something like that. It's in like, I don't know, if you know where the White Sox play, like Comiskey or what is it called? Guaranteed Rate Field now.
Something like that, yeah.
It's called Comiskey. It's probably like 3 or 4 miles off of that, more into the hood. Yeah, we stopped there and had dinner there. Not pizza. I had a beautiful carbonara.
Oh.
That was really nice, but sadly, I did not eat any pizza on this trip. But don't worry, I had my fill of White Castle.
Oh.
I had so much White Castle.
Oh, okay.
I had White Castle Friday night. I had White Castle Saturday night. I had so much effing White Castle. White Castle does breakfast sandwiches now, breakfast sliders.
Everybody does those.
No, but they do waffle like sandwich bread, syrup, and then they do like a sausage.
Right.
Dude, it's excellent. It's so good. I eat White Castle maybe once a year. I probably ate a dozen White Castle sliders over the weekend.
I couldn't tell you the last time I ate White Castle. It has been a long time.
Yeah, it's still delicious. Sober or not, I still love White Castle. Jeremy's already dropped in his vote. He said, I vote for the paratrooper. How was Hamilton, Tony? Or excuse me, how was Hamilton Cotter? Tony was asking.
It was fantastic. I really, really liked it. It's funny because, it was the exact, a lot of times you see a play, sometimes they'll, different director will change things around, you get the Broadway version and you see something like this, it's different. This right now, it's literally, they just copied and pasted, the set, the choreography, everything, costumes, all of it from the Broadway version, which is fine because, that's what everybody, is used to and wants to see. But I thought they did a really, really good job. It's a great show. First half, way better than the second. So they get through all of his political stuff in the first half. Second half is about, him cheating on his wife come out and he dies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But both of them solid. But it's like Lin-Manuel put all of his efforts. This first half is going to be so awesome. The second half is going to be okay, but nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
But no, it's really good. You get a chance to see it. I see it.
Sean says, so you're saying you got a colon cleansing this weekend? Yeah. I feel like, do you guys ever on YouTube and see that commercial where the guy comes on and he's got this big stupid beard and he goes, did you know that you have 5 to 20 pounds of toxic poop in your body at any given time of the year?
It's such a weird.
I feel like I've got 20 pounds of toxic poop in my body. And for the next day and a half, I just need to cleanse. So I think today I'm going to go home. I'm going to drink like one of those diet shakes.
Yeah.
Not a Slim Fast shake, but sort of. But I plan on just going there. Oh, and just dying. Maybe I'll feel better again in like a day or two.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like I'm so ready to go on Wednesday to Austin. I've been mapping out shows I want to go see. I reached out to my uncle. I'm like, you're around when I'm here next week, right? He's like, yep. I'm like, good. I'm mapping out some shows. But I know I'm going to feel, because my aunt just cooks, and she makes way too much food.
Oh.
And she's a great cook, so you want to eat it all. I know I'm just, and a lot of it involves green chili. So I know I'm just going to feel literally like shit after about 2 or 3 days. But I have a rule when I leave for Austin, so I'm flying back on next Tuesday.
Yeah.
No green chilies starting Sunday. Because I got to give my body 2 days to get everything out because I don't want to be on the plane sweating, because I'm eating green chilies.
Oh, I forgot to. Sorry, I had that bag. I had it literally in the bathroom that I would grab.
Oh, okay.
Morning, and of course I forgot it.
That's okay.
It's just kind of a smaller backpack.
That's all I need. Yeah, it's like so it's like I'm doing just a carry-on and a personal item, and all of our carry-ons we've given to our kids to help them move. And I'm looking through everything. We have one duffel bag that has no zipper.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm not doing that. And
do you not have any luggage or anything?
No, we do. But
do?
like I said, it's like
all the bags. Yeah,
carry-on size, all with the kids. So I mean, I was looking at Amazon. I was like, I'll just buy one.
But actually, you could probably just keep the one I'm going to give to you. I never ever use it. Plus, I have another book bag that I never use.
But I started mapping stuff out. All the usual kind of shows. Back when I first went to Austin in 94, 95 after I graduated high school, saw a band, Patches of Paris, lead singer Julianne Banks. I've kind of followed her around. She still lives in Austin, still does shows. So found a couple that I can go see her play again.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's fun. I can't wait.
Sean says I haven't had White Castle in a while. I do like their breakfast. Yeah, go grab their breakfast sandwiches, man. They're so good. Tony says you will colon cleanse that entire trip if you do that much green chili.
That's all she does. I mean, she has this recipe for this green chili rice thing. I don't know what it is, but is it good? So good. I'll eat all of it, and I'll go to Chewy's multiple times. Yeah, my stomach's gonna hate me.
I'm gonna go hit the air conditioning.
All right. So no, I can't wait. I'm so ready. Literally, when the show is done on Wednesday, I'm making a beeline for the airport, getting out of here. There's live music Wednesday night when I fly in that I want to go see, so we may hit up some right away. Bring it on. Sorry, guys. Messing with a stupid email here. I apologize. Okay. God dang it. It's a Tuesday. Okay. All right. There we go. That's still a thing. All right. I think we're set here, guys. I think we're set. All right. So top of the 8 o'clock hour. Going to get to Dude of the Week Deathmatch. Marshall brought that up. We got this Mick Jagger story. It's kind of funny. Big Money Monday toward the end of the 8 o'clock hour. You can feel free to start to text in. Once again, first name, number 1 through 9. We've got order 69 now, which is if you hit the number 69 on your draw, regardless of the number you pick, you're going to score $100 of our boss's money. It's even better.
So one of the biggest conversations that was being had last night for the Sunday Night Football game between the Buccaneers and the Patriots, Tom Brady's homecoming, wasn't really the game itself because the game was kind of boring, honestly. I mean, the Patriots tried to go for a 56-yard field goal, almost made it, which would have gave Tom Brady the ball back with 2 minutes left, but they missed it, kind of doinked it right off the upright. So the Buccaneers held out the win by like a point or two. But it was Bill Belichick's son, who's the defensive coordinator, Steve Belichick.
Right.
He kept making these crazy faces, like lowering his eyebrows, like sticking his tongue out, like he was giving the air cunnilingus.
Okay.
The faces were insane last night. Once again, this is Bill Belichick's son. And he's got like a mullet, and he's like jacked. Like none of it makes sense. His entire being doesn't make sense. But this dude is definitely one day going to be in charge of a football team.
Yeah. All right. We've got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and we'll dive into the Dude of the Week. Got brand new Dude of the Week audio intro stuff.
Oh, nice.
We'll see how it goes.
I once again, for Dude of the Week, if you guys just scroll back into the chat a little bit, it should be up on all. Yeah, it's up on all platforms. I put up story 1 and story 2 in case you want to check them out.
Cool. Okay. In Bloom, Nirvana. Then we'll get into the Dude of the Week.
Dan says, I'm always Dude of the Week. In your eyes, yes, you always are.
I like it.
All right, guys. Yeah, once again, feel free to start chiming in with your name and number for Big Money Monday. We'll do that here in just a bit.
So many accessories in the studio anymore.
Yeah, we got wheels, bingo machines,
Fart launchers.
Tub
of mayonnaise.
Definitely normal.
Yeah.
Definitely a normal amount of mayonnaise.
All right, going to do that.
How much time we got?
We got 3:40. Oh, excuse me. Toward the end of the hour, too, also going to talk Halloween candy because it's coming up.
Let's see. Dan says, get an NES system for the station. Ooh, I like that. Some old school NES. Rhett says, Marshall, have you been to Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse in Chicago? I have not. I have not been there. I would like to go there. Are you offering to take me to Gibson's? That sounds amazing.
So we passed off another cat, another kitten.
Oh, you got rid of another cat in your house, huh?
Yep. So we we initially had 4. So we had the 2, Flounder and Raja. That's probably, unfortunately, just going to be our cats forever. We picked up 4 more right before my kid went to school. Adopted out 3 of those, and we had 1 of them left. And more of a kitten. Raja and Flounder are older now. So still has lots of kitten energy. Our cats aren't necessarily a fan of it, so we had to find is there a different foster home that could take this kitten?
Right.
So somebody was like, you know what? Actually, I had 2 kittens. We had 1 adopted out. I need 1 for this kitten. I'll take it. Like, perfect. Comes, picks up the cat over the weekend. Get a message. It's not working out. We don't know if this is going to work. I'm like, what do you mean? It's been 3 days? How is it not 3 days?
Also, isn't it not your problem? I mean, shouldn't it be like One Love's problem?
Well, I mean, we're here to help. They do. I mean, it's a small organization, so it's so we were like, all right, fine. We'll take the cat back. 10 o'clock Sunday morning. Bring it over. We'll be up. Nobody shows up at 10 o'clock. Find out, well, I didn't reach out to so-and-so, so I'm not sure yet. Hold on. Wife just texted me. Manny the kitten is starting to adjust. May not have to take him back.
Wow.
Good news. Good news. All right, we got about a minute 15.
All right.
Went to bed like at 9:30 last night. I cannot lately can't get enough sleep. 9:30. It was awesome. Won't lie. There was some dozing during Hamilton.
Oh, did you fell asleep during Hamilton?
Dude, you put me in a theater. It's dark. AC is kicked up high. I'm feeling good. I'm falling asleep on a good day.
Yeah.
Let alone now I'm getting up at 3:00 in the morning. So during intermission, I literally went out and got a shot of espresso.
Did you?
I did. I mean, I paid $4 for a shot glass of espresso. I'm like, bring it on. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Who's going to become the dude of the week? Well, it is completely up to you. Going to give you 2 stories. You get to decide. They're coming up next. Thank you for hanging out this morning on air and on the stream. If you haven't done the stream thing yet, do it. Join the Horde. You can watch the show each and every morning. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Of course, while you're there, please be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Jacob Hansen is option number 1. Now, Jacob was shopping at the local Goodwill, him and the wife, looking for a casserole dish. They're going to do a meal train, helping out a friend, battling breast cancer. So they got their dish. They also happened to find a painting that Jacob did 21 years ago as a freshman in high school.
Yeah, so Golden High School, he went there, he painted this piece, and he actually apparently sold it for around $150. After his art teacher entered it into a Jefferson County art show. Now, he found this in the back. Apparently, his mom was a huge fan of this piece and was very mad that he wound up selling it. So he actually found the painting. He rebought it for $20 and immediately FaceTimed his mom and said, "Hey, Mom, I found the painting you wanted." And then it's like, I'm going to sell it again. But he's doing it for a great cause.
Yes.
He's doing it for a great cause. As we mentioned before, Jacob has a friend who has breast cancer, and they are going to sell this painting via like just like an eBay type styled auction. Benefits all going to breast cancer research.
Now, I have, did art when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
If I would go back and look at some of the art I had done, I would not feel good about any of it.
No, I would be embarrassed. I'd be like, even at like 14 to like 17 years of age, like I was in art class for 4 years straight.
Right.
I would be completely embarrassed of my works.
We've got Vichai Taisanen.
What did you say?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I ordered that at Starbucks once.
He is a paramotoring enthusiast in northern Thailand, and he's taken to the skies. Now, he's doing this because there's all kinds of flooding in Thailand, and people can't get to the people who are stuck in their houses because of this flooding. So he is dropping off supplies using his paramotor. It's also called a paraglider. Basically, it's this metal frame, big propeller-driven motor resembling like a big giant household fan, and he uses like brake toggles to steer like a parachuter.
Yeah, he's just a paratrooper. That's what I'm calling him. Yeah, he's just dropping off like ramen and like dry things that people need as these people are stuck at their houses because of all this massive flooding currently happening in Thailand. The videos he's posting, they're incredible looking.
Yeah.
I mean, they're absolutely impressive.
So he's doing a lot of good stuff for people of some of the provinces over in Thailand. So he is option number 2, Jacob or Vichai. It is now your time to vote. Hit us up. You can text us in 800-394-1061, or you can comment on the chat. We'll announce the winner after Pretty Reckless Only love can save me now. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Jeremy and Tony say paratrooper. So that's 2 right off the bat with them. All right, guys, go ahead and vote. Let us know who you think should be the dude of the week. Should it be that paratrooper over in Thailand dropping off all sorts of dry items to the people who need it? We're talking about food. We're talking about toilet paper, all the stuff that you need to live. His name is Vachai Tayasan. He's 38 years old. Or should it be this dude named Jacob Hansen, who is reselling a piece of art that he found 20 years later at a Goodwill that he did for breast cancer research? Let us know. Sean also says paratrooper, so there's 3 for paratrooper. I told Cotter before we started the show today, I think the paratrooper wins hands down. Thank you for proving me right. Unless you want to prove me wrong just to prove me wrong, then you're an asshole.
Oh. Dan just adopted a black kitten named Binks. I like it.
Nice.
Where'd you adopt him from? Just curious now.
Why didn't you adopt a cat from Cotter, you son of a bitch?
So many cats.
Yeah, Dan.
So many cats.
Stop thinking about you, Dan.
Now, it's like the 2 other cats we have now, they're not kittens. So it's not, they're not like the cute little cat.
Mm-hmm.
Pandemic, people were going crazy, adopted pets left and right. That slowed down drastically.
Right.
It's going to take, one of them's name's Flounder. A little timid. As you get to know Flounder a lot better, little old lady's going to need to adopt Flounder. So if you know a little old lady wants a cat, let me know. I can make it happen.
Why don't you just leave the door open? Greg says Chan Dan Dong for the win. I think he means Thailand guy. Rex says, Marshall, when I eventually go to Chicago, I'll invite you, but it's going to be a few decades. All right, cool. So you're buying. Excellent. Glad to hear. Hit me up if I'm still alive. If the robots or a volcano hasn't killed me yet, I'll definitely show up. All right, guys, after Dude of the Week, we're going to get to a quick story about, Mr. Jaga from the Stones, and then we'll dive right into Big Money Monday. I want to hook someone up with money today.
So, months.
And then I got to shoot this money gun off, so hopefully I'm going to get it prepared like I'm going to.
All right, about 2.5 minutes.
That single story is the one you cut out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just going to cut that out of my notes then.
All right, there we go. All right, just under 2 minutes.
So I have to buy a balloon bouquet. I think I may just be buying it locally here, possibly from Kroger or something, to see if they have something for us.
Get that?
So I held off from buying the balloon bouquet because I'm hoping that we get a Big Money Monday winner. So I have to go over there anyway if we get a winner to buy the gift card that we then mail out to our winner. So I'm hoping, cross your fingers, that we get a winner today. So I can go there for 2 reasons and not just the one.
I get it. I just want a winner. It's been a while.
Yeah, same here. I agree. Need that winner. So lots of news came out while we were out on Friday when it came to rumors and silly stuff.
Okay.
So the Umbrella Academy Season 3, they haven't announced when it's coming other than the fact that it's going to be out in 2022. They started putting out teaser promos for Season 3. I'm excited for that to be coming out. We also have Lock and Key coming out at the end of the month, Season 2.
Excited about that. That one's good.
And then there's also a report that Konami, they're a video game company that owns the licenses to like Metal Gear, Silent Hill, Castlevania.
They do Contra.
They do Contra as well. Konami, massive company. I mean, they make a lot of their money from creating those like casino machines.
Really?
Yeah, like all like the slot machines, they make those in Vegas, like right across from the airport.
Crazy. All right, got about 10 seconds. Be right back. We are looking to crown this week's Dude of the Week. Choice number 1 is Jacob Hansen. He's an interior designer who back in high school did a painting in art class, sold it for $150. He and the wife hanging out at Goodwill. They came across this painting that he did 21 years ago as a freshman.
And he was at Goodwill buying a casserole dish because they were helping out a friend who has breast cancer. They were starting like a meal train thing for her. And, well, he found that painting, and now he's selling it on eBay again, using all the profits to push them towards breast cancer research. So, Jacob, just an incredible Dude of the Week nominee.
Number 2, Vichai Tyason out of Thailand. He is a paratrooper. Basically, he has like a big paramotor flying whatever.
Right.
It should not work like it does. It makes no sense. But this guy's been flying over Thailand because they've had a lot of flooding recently. People can't get the people who are stuck in homes to get them goods and food and just what they need to live. This guy's making it happen.
Yeah, so this dude's like flying around like Batman, just dropping off like ramen noodles and toilet paper to everyone, and he's a hero.
It wasn't even close. Our paratrooper, Vichai Tyason.
I called this one this morning. I'm very excited that everyone has agreed with me. But yeah, without a doubt, this guy, what he's doing, the Lord's work.
I mean, he's risking his life. I mean, I stand by it. That thing he's flying should not fly.
Yeah, it's just like an oscillating fan with like a sewn together parachute type thing to it. It works, and good for him.
Good. All right, coming up next, got the story about Mick Jagger. I love this story. He went unrecognizable, just hanging out, having a beer at a bar in Charlotte before or after the show the other night. So we'll talk about that. It's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Dan said, does anyone watch The Walking Dead? I haven't in a couple years now. I think I stopped watching after season 8 because it got real bad.
I want to go back and watch this since it's the final season, but I haven't dove in yet.
Brett says, I watch it regularly, but have not seen last night's yet, so no spoilers. There you go.
How is the final season going then? I'm assuming you watch it, Dan, so how's it going? Rhett, how's it going? Okay, that.
All right, guys. Yeah, we'll get to that quick story about Mick Jagger, get into Big Money Monday, and then we're into the final hour of the show. Coming up this week, obviously, the return of Mac with Chicks on Dudes. Thank you so much to Stephanie Auld, who joined us last week, filling in for Mac as she was on a vacation. And then Wednesday, we'll have Lauren Wolverton from Connect Savannah. We'll be doing the last Explain the Bachelor, at least for now.
Yep.
With Bachelor in Paradise. And then hopefully we'll be having our good buddy Hodgin. Speaking of, I need to text him. Give him a quick shout right now. The point of my story I was telling you just before we went to break. So Konami, a lot of big rumors that they're going to be reviving their biggest games, Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania. And now, apparently, the people that did Death Stranding, it's a video game that came out about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
That's the same guy. His name is Hideo Kojima. He's the guy who did all the Metal Gear games. Apparently, he is going to be redoing the Silent Hill series. Now, he's putting out the next Silent Hill game. So a lot of people are very excited about that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So a lot of big news coming out if you love the video games over the weekend. Speaking of The Walking Dead, here's a story right here. Apparently, they're talking about doing a Negan spin-off series. They've had this discussion with Jeffrey Dean Morgan now that the Walking Dead mainline series is ending.
If I would be really excited about this, if when they introduced Negan, he was the character he should have been in this series. And unfortunately, they took what could have been one of the greatest characters on television and made him really effing boring. I mean, what an introduction with the whole freaking, clubbing, everybody to death. I mean, it was so cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I care enough now. I just don't, I don't know.
Yeah, they, so bad. It's one of the reasons I stopped is because they screwed up Negan so bad.
Yeah.
Dan says also Negan is the new Rick. Oh, Christ. That's why I'm never going to go back and watch the rest of The Walking Dead.
It's too bad, man.
I spent so much time watching. You're like, Marshall, so much time invested, and I would agree with you. I don't know if I can go back and watch it just because I know the people that are doing it are the same people who screwed up the series.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't really do it. Even leading up to Negan's arrival, there was a lot of bad television. I mean, they were doing 16 episodes about a very slow-moving zombie. It was bad. It was starting to get bad in like season 5, I think. They screwed up the governor. I mean, although he was great in a lot of ways, he was bad in a lot of others.
Screwed him up because I mean, he's nothing like the governor in the comic and the governor in the TV show were completely different.
Exactly.
I mean, the storyline was similar, but was different. Did you want to see more?
I wanted to see more. I mean,
comic book?
Literally, if they could just do the comic book series.
Yeah.
I understand a lot of people have read it, and you know what? Oh, they want to make it different for TV.
Yeah, I get that.
Just stop fucking it up, man. Stop. Just do the comic book. Do the comic book straight on. It is disturbing as hell. Go for it.
It feels like they wanted to get too artsy-fartsy with it there for a while. And just, it's not about the zombies. Make it about the fucking zombies, man. I just want to see you kill zombies in cool ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
We're The Walking Dead. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not reading 3 layers into this. Sorry. It was so good. It was so good.
It had its moment. I'm past it. Kind of like Game of Thrones. It was so good until
literally.
Hey, I'll say the last season was the worst.
Literally fumbling on the goal line.
Yeah. Even a lot of people complain about the season before that. I thought the season before that was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I thought personally, but anyway, I know. Big time complaining over here. You want to watch a good TV series? I mean, I'm not done with it yet. Squid Game. Go watch Squid Game. Right, Rhett? Rhett probably finished it already. Squid Game's really good.
Lost. You know what? I will ride and die with Lost, man. I get it. It got weird there in the middle. Do they wrap up everything in the end? Fuck no, they don't. 100%. But I still love that TV show.
I like Lost too, man.
I didn't even hate the ending. I didn't hate the end.
I still don't understand it.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It doesn't explain everything. Still don't hate it though.
My wife and reason why my wife and I are together. She came over to watch Lost.
Oh, nice.
And she got lost in these eyes.
Oh.
What's up? What's up, you filthy little minx? What's up with dude? That Squid Game is amazing. It's a Korean show they did a dub for it in English, so you don't have to be a dumb American to read because it's hard. But Squid Game is super fun. It's a fun show. It's about a group of people who are in financial strain.
Yep.
And they volunteer. Well, they're voluntold, then they volunteer.
Yeah.
To play in a bunch of high risk games that are very dangerous.
Yes.
Very, very dangerous. And it is highly entertaining. The character work they do, like the games are like the big spectacle.
Yeah.
The character work they do in between all the supporting cast is fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you guys should definitely dive into Squid Game. And then I keep hearing amazing things about what's that?
The Midnight Mass?
Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
I heard Midnight Mass is incredible. Red says Squid Game is great. I'm watching Midnight Mass now. Pretty good so far. I was talking to my brother-in-law. He goes, I watched Midnight Mass in one day. He goes, I binged all 7 episodes in one day.
How long are the episodes?
Probably an hour apiece. I'm like, man, you put a full day of work at Midnight Mass. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was into it.
That's awesome.
He said it was fantastic. He wanted to talk to us about it. He texted me and my wife.
Okay.
I'm like, shut up. Watching it over the next couple of weeks. Stop.
Dan, there's definitely the comparison to the Hunger Games, but not. The first game they play, it's just like, holy S.
Red light, green light.
Yes. Second episode, I still stand by a little bit of a slog, but they get back to Get back to the normal stuff, and you're normal. Get back to the games, and with tug of war. Ugh.
See, have you seen the game after tug of war yet?
No.
Okay.
No, wait. Is that the?
That's before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then no.
Sean going the other side of the equation. He goes, almost finished season 2 of Sex Education.
About time you learned what to do.
He still doesn't know what he's doing. Kidding me? He's a grown-ass man about to wear a hoodie that smells like smoked meats. You don't know what the fuck he's doing.
That's true. Love you, Sean. Just kidding. All right, minute 44.
All right, guys, once again, go ahead and chime in with your numbers if you haven't already. 1-800-394-1061. Text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. We're going to roll for one person and one person alone for Big Money Monday. If your number shows up in a ball, you win $50. If you hit 69, you win 100. That's Rule 69. Sorry, Order 69.
Order 69.
So went to the Blackhawks game. My wife has video of me celebrating with the Chelsea Dagger dance.
Awesome.
So it's out there. It's out there somewhere.
We completely ripped off our winter bed from the Blackhawks.
It is kind of funny though. I was hanging out with my wife's mother's boyfriend. His name's Gino. Great guy. He actually watches the show quite a bit. He doesn't ever chime in or say anything. Okay. But he'll watch like an hour of the show every single morning.
Hey,
Gino.
That's what I said.
Gina? I think I said Gina.
No.
Gino. Maybe Gina. I don't know. Could have got a sex change. He repeated like everything we talked about for like an hour straight. And I don't know if it's weird. It's weird. It's flattering, but it's also still kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like someone who like just kind of hung out with you at work and then you got home and it's like, hey, you talked about this, and then like went over an hour's worth of conversation. You're like, oh.
I guess we did.
All right. Yeah, we did.
All right, be right back, guys. If you went out to a bar, could you notice or would you recognize a famous celebrity that was just hanging out, drinking a beer?
I barely recognize my Coors Light. Kidding me? No.
All right, got that story coming up next. Last week, Rolling Stones were in Charlotte, North Carolina. Before the show, Mick Jagger's like, in mood for a beer, guys. Get him a bar. So there's a photo of Mick Jagger at a Charlotte bar. He's got a baseball cap on. Mm-hmm. He's just standing there drinking a beer. And there are people around him. You know, it's not like it was a packed bar, but there are people there. Nobody recognized him.
No, he was just standing outside the Thirsty Beaver Saloon in Charlotte. Just wearing a ball cap, jacket, jeans. He's a very skinny, slender man in general. So you just think it's some like, I don't know, crazy guy who maybe picks up stuff off the street.
Right.
Nope, that's just Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones.
I was going to say, I mean, outside of, him being on stage with all the energy, all that he throws into a show. Mm-hmm. I mean, off stage, I'm guessing it's not like he's prancing around just at the bar.
Right.
He's probably a little bit more quiet. Wasn't necessarily looking to be noticed. Maybe he was if you're going to go out to a bar like this. But I don't know. I don't know if I could pick Mick Jagger out. I'd just be like, you're just a 80-year-old wrinkly dude.
Yeah. If I was sitting at the bar and like I heard some guy with an accent that he has, I would just go over and be like, where are you from? Obviously, I know where he's from. But, that's probably maybe the only way I would possibly notice. Now, apparently the owner of the bar didn't even notice that he was there either because they went through the receipts.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you pay by credit card? Nope. He paid by cash.
Mick Jagger just walking around with a wad of cash.
He does. He like probably dropped $100 bills down the street just for the fun of it.
Now, people at the bar were going to the show that night. Mm-hmm. So they were Stones fans.
Sitting right next to him.
And they had no idea. How much are you kicking yourself the next day? This video or this photo goes viral, and you're like, that's me 5 feet away. Damn it!
Yep. Yeah, just missed opportunity. Big case of FOMO over here.
All right, we want to give you some of our boss's money. Big Money Monday is coming up. Details on how you can win after Shinedown. This is Atlas Falls, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
So the Thirsty Beaver Saloon is very interesting because it's iconic in a lot of ways. So they refused to move when a huge company bought the land all around the bar,
nice.
Right?
Yeah.
So they built these gigantic apartment buildings around them, and they're just this. I'm talking tiny little bar. I'm gonna go ahead and show it on the live stream in case you want to get an idea. That's the Thirsty Beaver Saloon, and those the gigantic apartments they built around it. They refuse to move.
That's
Can you
amazing.
tell? They built the. That is insane. That is insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've been to Charlotte. I went to Charlotte last May for my anniversary with my wife just to kind of check out the city because we haven't spent much time there, and did not hear about that one. But I saw a ton of those apartment buildings, like brand new spots opening all over the place.
So do you think the Thirsty Beaver sees an uptick in business over the next month or so because of this story?
It probably got a little bit. But,
yeah.
It won't live too long.
Yeah, not sustained, but I could see them getting a nice little bump here over the next couple weeks.
That place is, I just didn't realize how tiny it was. It's so tiny.
So do you think, I mean, he didn't have like a limo pull up. People would have noticed that. He just stroll up. I mean,
yeah, I'm guessing maybe an Uber dropped him off.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure. What a fun story, though.
Yeah, that's just kind of cool.
All right, guys. So, Cotter, why don't you go ahead? You want me to? Yeah, go ahead and choose. Go ahead and choose the guy today.
Okay,
or girl.
Yeah, we'll do that after this next break.
Sean says, yeah, that's how I ended up drinking beers with Calm Meanie at the Avia Hotel bar for about an hour and a half. He paid for my 2 beers, and we did a shot. Who is Calm Meanie? Better question. Red said, Midnight Mass is holding my attention. It's pretty good so far. The guys from Haunting of series did that. Yeah, the Haunting of series. Sean says, Marshall drunkenly hears someone with an English accent. Who the F do you think you are, Mick Jagger? It's like, yeah, Mick Jagger. Red says, it's like Big City Greens on Disney. It's a kid show that's the premise of the same. Oh, talking about... okay, gotcha. Cool.
All right, guys, got about 20 seconds.
Red, did you just relate a horror TV show in regards to a Disney show called Big City Greens?
I guess he did.
Good Lord.
All right, guys, right back. Thanks for hanging out this morning, Cotter and Marshall Show. It is time for Big Money Monday. This is when we get to give away our boss's money, at least $50. Unfortunately, we haven't had a winner. Dude, has it been a couple months?
It's at the point of a couple months. We're talking a couple months now.
All right, so this is really simple. All you got to do is drop us a text. All we need, your first name and a number 1 through 9. 1 through 9, select one number. Don't put more than one. You won't get picked. But good news is, if we land on the number that you pick, you score $50.
Right.
But we got the brand new Order 69.
Exactly. If the number 69 comes out of the bingo machine, you get $100. That's right. 100 smackers right in your face.
All right. So Big Money Monday is coming up. You still have time to enter. All you got to do right now, drop us a text. Just need your first name and the number 1 through 9. Your chance to win coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, Cotter's going to choose our guy here in just a little bit. We'll get into some Halloween candy talk, and then we'll bounce. I guess we'll spin on the other side of it.
Yeah. Hold on. This person's like cold twice. Rock 106.1. Who's this?
Hey, guys. I'm Adam.
Hey, Adam. What's going on?
Hey, guy. I just had a quick story for you. When you were talking about the people not recognizing Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
When I worked at a club in Philly, I talked to you before about the Electric Factory.
Yeah.
My job, besides working the shows, my job was also to take the headliners and take them around town or wherever they wanted to go. I was the one who took them. So a lot of times it was like Trent Reznor. I had Corey Taylor. I had all the guys in Korn.
That's awesome.
All these people. And I'm taking them all around Philly. Nobody recognized them at all. Nobody ever. And the by far best one was David Allen Coe. All he wanted to do was go to a titty bar. He wanted to go gamble at a casino. He gave me money to gamble. And he I me drinks. He was the best guy in the world.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
That's awesome.
That is an awesome gig.
It was, and I got paid to do this shit. So I'm like, all right.
I would like to get paid for that as well. That does sound amazing.
I'll swap out.
So, but, all right, guys. So y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you.
All right, thanks, brother.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's cool.
Good luck, Wanda, getting those shots. Cole Meany, I actually didn't even realize who he was. He played Miles O'Brien on Star Trek. This guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who that guy is. Oh, that's cool.
That's the guy that Sean hung out with at the bar, who bought him some beers and shots.
Did you know who he was, Sean, at the time?
Do you even know his name? That's an interesting name to remember. Cole Meany. All right, guys. Big Money Monday coming up here after the commercials. I don't know. We got a few minutes before we hit that.
Yeah. Got some time. I'm going to get rid of that.
So, have you heard the latest on the Brian Laundrie story?
Oh, I have not.
So, it was over the weekend, and I saw this yesterday. Bear with me for a second, because I saw it on TMZ. So, pretty much some guy up at like the North Carolina-Tennessee border swears up and down that he confirmed saw Brian Laundrie. Apparently, he's traveling through the mountainous area. Apparently, he somehow got up there.
Okay.
And Dog the Bounty Hunter apparently has confirmed that he's up there as well.
That's still crazy to me.
Dog's doing the Lord's work, man. Ain't crazy.
So is Dog filming this?
Yeah.
Or is he doing it out of the kindness of his heart?
No, I mean, he's got to make some money, man.
Turning it into an episode. Okay. I get it.
Yeah, so Brian Laundrie, let's see. Dennis Davis claims he was hiking on the Appalachian Trail this past Saturday, when he saw a dazed man on a deserted road right at the border between Tennessee and North Carolina. Davis says the man pulled his car up to his and asked for directions to California, but he did not want to take the interstate. He wanted to use back roads. Davis says one of Dog the Bounty Hunter's daughters sent him audio of Laundrie's voice and says it was definitely a match, adding that there's no doubt in his mind that I spoke to Brian Laundrie, none whatsoever, according to the New York Post. So Davis sent the audio to one of Dog's daughters, and apparently this was confirmed. Now, Davis said he went on to tell Davis went on to tell the Post, Laundrie said, "Man, I'm lost. Me and my girlfriend got into a fight, but she called me, told me she loves me, and I have to get out to California to see her." He says Laundrie was driving a light-colored pickup truck like a Ford F-150 and was wearing a bandana. Davis says he called the FBI and dialed 911, but no one has returned his calls.
Interesting.
Now, that's not even the latest story. The same exact day, they released a story where the Dog the Bounty Hunter was wading through swampy waters in search of him still. So Dog's still in Florida.
He had to get some B-roll.
There's apparently a shot of this guy in the Appalachian Mountain area.
Okay.
So this man, I mean, how is this guy getting away with being on the run for weeks now, Brian Laundrie? But we find other guys in like 3 seconds. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is a little weird that this has been dragging out as long as it has.
Yeah. Guys, go ahead and text your first name and a number. Steve, if you don't mind texting that in. Dan, the number is 1-800-394-1061. The number again, 1-800-394-1061. So if you want to take part in Big Money Monday, go ahead and just text us that, your first name and a number between 1 and 9. Any number you want. Just got to choose one, though. And then Cotter will randomly choose one person here in about 3 minutes. We're going to talk about a story we found on a company that did some research in regards to the best Halloween candy. Excuse me. And then we'll choose our person we'll spin for, and hopefully we get a winner.
All right, we got about 2:45.
Steve, thanks for texting in.
All kinds of text in today, man. All kinds.
Yeah, good response. Good response from you guys. Appreciate it. Once again, in the 9 o'clock hour, we got Marshall's Music News. Today, we're going to be talking about David Lee Roth. He's retiring. He's calling it a career.
Did you see the Simpsons-esque predictions that people are talking about now?
I saw the headline for that story. I did not read it.
Okay. I'll bring it up. So.
We'll also talk about Ghost, and we'll talk about Incubus celebrating an anniversary with a live stream. So we got all of that coming up here in the 9 o'clock hour with Marshall's Music News. And just in case you guys need it, phone number 1-800-394-1061. Tomorrow's Torture Tuesday. We're going to get to the Fart Launcher 3000. We'll be doing pretty much an all-day Torture Tuesday where we are going to do wafts of fart smell into Cotter's face. I've done the fart smell challenge before. This is just a little different. I'm using a gun. I'm blasting Cotter right in the face. Hold on, let me see if this will.
I think. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God, you're right there.
Oh, I'm going to get real close to your face, just so you know. I'm getting within 6 inches of your face.
Ugh. Marshall's always just wanted to blast me in the face. That's all it is. Dream come true.
So what I've done is I've got some fart cartridges.
Do we have 3 different levels, or is it just one we've doubled up on?
Oh, one I've just doubled up on.
Okay.
So technically I've got lots. I just want to point out I've got lots of ass gas, liquid mist stuff. But yeah, I've marked them. So the canisters with regular ass gas just has like this straight line.
Yeah. And
then the one that is the worst, which is the liquid ass, has the X on it.
The X.
So what we'll do is on the wheel that we'll use for you tomorrow, we'll have regular ass, liquid ass, double ass, and then we'll have the triple ass blast. So
we're 12. All right, guys. We'll be right back. Want to win $50 of our boss's money? Well, you can. Details coming up. You still have time to drop us a text with your first name and a number 1 through 9. Your chance to win $50. Big Money Monday. Your chance to win right around the corner. So if you got time, once again, text us. First name and a number 1 through 9. Now, CandyStore.com has reviewed candy purchases over the past 14 years, and they put together a ranking of the top 3 candies in every state. So we kind of got the overall top 10 of the candies and the states that they're the best sellers in.
Right.
Do you want to start? Do you want to work our way up? Work our way down?
Let's work our way up.
Okay. Number 10. How is it on the list? It's candy corn.
I like candy corn. I had some this weekend. It was delicious.
It's like wax with sugar.
Well, if you want to talk about a waxy candy, coming in at number 9 on the list, Tootsie Pops.
Gross.
Garbage.
I mean, how did neither of them deserve
anything with the word Tootsie in it? I'm out. Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops, is not good. I don't like them.
All right, number 8. I thought this would be higher. Snickers. I like a good Snickers.
On the top 10 candies, Halloween candies?
I don't know if it's top 10, but I mean,
it should definitely be higher.
Okay. Number 7, Hershey's Kisses.
No, that's a holiday candy. By holiday I mean like that's a Christmas candy. I'll even allow Thanksgiving for that candy, but no, it should not be on this list at all.
Colorado, Maryland, and Nevada all say it's their top candy. Number 6, Sour Patch Kids.
I don't hate Sour Patch Kids. I kind of like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, I'm fine with 6 on the list.
Number 1 in Alaska, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Nebraska, and New York. It's all over the place. Number 5, I'm out. Hot tamales.
Yeah, so am I.
Don't care.
Yeah. If you bring hot tamales or give hot tamales to anyone, you're a monster.
To me, it's like they're stale. I don't know. They're just not good.
Coming in number 4 on this list of the best Halloween candies, according to 14 years of research by CandyStore.com, Starburst. I'm okay with Starburst.
I'm okay.
If you know what, you're an absolute king if you give away like the full like roll of Starburst. But if you're just handing out like 1 or 2 Starburst, like loose ones, also a monster, possibly a serial killer.
What's the minimum? I mean, 5? Can you hand out 5 and be okay?
They'll do like those packages of like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Like that's fine.
Okay, you're good with that.
But if you're just handing out like 1 lemon Starburst, someone hurt you.
Number 3, M&Ms.
If you give out regular M&Ms, once again, I've said this many times before, garbage candy. If you hand out peanut or peanut butter M&Ms, you're cool with me. You hand out regular, like the brown package of M&Ms, might as well just be handing out a potato salad right in the Halloween.
I like a good potato salad.
Gross.
Now, are M&Ms, they're doing the Oreo thing where they're just like all different kinds of flavors now.
Yeah.
Some of them are good. The brownie M&M, if you haven't had that, is delicious.
I don't care for that one.
Really?
Not good.
Dude, so good. The anything dark chocolate for me, almost anything. The dark chocolate M&Ms, solid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 2 on this list, they're the top-selling best candies for Halloween. Shouldn't even be on the top 10. Skittles.
Marshawn Lynch's Power Pellets?
I don't care.
They're not bad.
They're not good.
Yeah, I actually don't mind these. I don't mind if they're on the top 10. They don't need to be number 2 on this list. I can't believe people are so obsessed with Skittles, but definitely shouldn't make number 2.
All right, number 1.
Everyone can agree about this.
If anybody says differently, we can't be friends. The greatest candy in the history of the planet, Reese's Cups.
Now, does this include all shapes? Pumpkins, bats? Does it include the Pieces?
No, definitely not PCs, because, I mean, those are different. I mean, I think you can kind of lump all the shapes together. I like the shapes better than the regular cup because you get more peanut butter. To me, that's what sells this candy.
Give me a shape.
It's all about
could be any shape.
It's all about the peanut butter. So that's number 1. Now, Georgia, I don't know what our problem is. The number 1 candy in the state of Georgia, Swedish Fish.
You think that would be Florida? Because that's an old person candy.
Why is that anywhere on anybody's list?
That is 100% an old person candy. I was at a wedding on Saturday where they had like Halloween candy out on the tables because it was like a Halloween wedding. They had Swedish Fish out. The first candy that grandma who we brought to the wedding asked for, Swedish Fish. Who would have called it? Me.
It's either that or Werther's. Take your choice. All right, it is time for Big Money Monday, man. We got to give away $50 of our boss's money. Here's how it works. We're going to spin the bingo machine. If the number selected by the person we select shows up in any shape or form, they're going to score $50. Now, with order 69, if the number 69 is drawn, they're instantly going to score $100.
All right. Well, there's a lot on the line right here because we have not given away Big Money Monday in quite a few weeks. And the rule is we can only spin once for one person. That was our boss's rule that we have to hold stern to. But I hope this week changes. I hope we get a winner this week. Cotter, who are we playing for?
We're going to play for Danny. Danny selected.
Hey, Danny's our boy. Danny boy.
The number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay. All right, Danny, here we go. Crossing our fingers for you, Danny. Let's go. Let's go.
Danny, looking for a 6. Oh, no. Okay. Are you...
Cotter.
Yes, Marshall.
He just didn't get 6. He got 66! We broke our streak. Yeah, here we go. Daddy boy. Daddy boy. Here we go. Woo! But you broke the gun.
God, you broke the gun.
Daddy boy, $50 to you. Daddy boy, congratulations. You could probably go to a movie, bring a friend, buy some popcorn, maybe some Skittles or Reese's. Don't get that crap. Hot tamales. No one likes them.
Yeah,
Daddy boy, let's go. Let's go. Woo!
Oh, man.
I feel good.
It's so long overdue.
Better than sex.
It was like backed up, man.
It's like I had sex twice. Maybe 3 times, Cotter. All at the same time.
That's some impressive stamina.
Danny boy!
Oh, Danny. Great choice coming in. Finally giving away $50 of our boss's money. Big Money Monday every Monday. Listen up around 8:30, your chance to enter, your chance to win. Coming up after 9 o'clock, going to talk Pulp Fiction. A cast list came out. This is released. It is a legit cast list. Quentin Tarantino of some people that could have been in this movie instead of the cast that we now know and love. So that's coming up after 9 o'clock. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Broke the streak, guys. Broke the streak. Danny! Wait, Dan, was that you? Are you Danny? The best part about Big Money Monday, we shoot off the gun. The worst part, we have to pick up the gun.
We got to pick up all this now. Okay. Money everywhere. Like when you go to a beach and you're picking sand out of your ass for the next 3 days. You're picking fake dollar bills out of places.
Is this what strippers feel like?
All right.
Okay. All that air. Great news. The money gun still works. That's $20 ever. I've used it twice.
All right. Oh, there's Thomas's number from earlier.
You want to write down Danny's number on there too? We call after the show to all winners, and we'll get their information to answer your question.
All right, there we go.
There's a lot of people that asked for 6 today, wasn't there? I felt like 6 was. I saw 6 a bunch of times on the list.
Let's see. There's a 6. There's a 6. There's a 6. You are right. Well, Dan for the win, man. Dan for the win.
I guess that was just fate. I think everyone. Maybe we just said 69 enough for people. It was like, oh yeah, 6 is it.
All right. Awesome. All right.
Dan says, how do I get it again? Greg goes, Dan, you just go down to the station, demand it. Do it now. So a drunk Turkish dude got drunk and failed to return home. He joined his own search party the next day, coming through the woods for hours. He didn't realize they were looking for him.
That's pretty awesome.
All right. Best part about you getting chosen for trivia, I only had 1 day's worth of trivia left, so I don't have to write trivia. I think. Greg said, or Tony says the man would be standing at the door knocking forever. Greg says, I didn't think of that. Can he go next door for a relaxing massage? He can. Tony will just pay him out. I guess we'll have to, I guess we could put the wheel up next to the box of mysteries up there. Trying to figure out a spot to put it.
Oh, yeah.
It's taking me an hour to put all this shit away.
All right. Get rid of that. And you said you're going to do the David Lee Roth story first, right?
Yeah, I'll do, for Marshall's Music News, I'll do David Lee Roth first, and then I'll jump into Incubus, and I'll wrap up with Ghost, because that's the shortest.
Okay.
All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Always start off a little slow when it comes to Mondays in general, so we're happy that you're hanging with us today. Always good to see a Big Money Monday winner.
So I went to Austin back in February, and I've got this plan of back tattoos because I didn't know what to do on my back.
Oh, yeah, you were going to do
Like
the
souvenir.
sticker thing.
Yeah, souvenir tattoos. So I reached out to a place before I went and, kind of informally set something up. Didn't put a deposit down quite yet. And then my car went to shit. Everything happened. I dropped like $600 on my car to get it fixed.
Oh, yeah, you were involved in a police chase.
Yep. So obviously I didn't get the tattoo. So I reached out to the same guy, Frankie V. Reached out to him. I was like, hey, coming back down to Austin. We talked back in February. You got some time. I'd love to have you do something for it. And he's like, yeah, cool, man. I've got some time on Saturday, 5:00. Guess what's going on Saturday at 5:00?
Austin City Limits.
The only two bands I want to see. The exact same effing time.
Wait, he doesn't have any other times available?
That's why, because I'm just looking for 2 hours. I decide on now because I'm like, it's the only hour or that I want to be at Austin City Limits because it's the only two bands I really care to see, and that's the only time he's got available.
Right.
So I may just pick somebody else. Sorry, Frankie. Because I was all excited, but not happening. Well, maybe. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
So, top of 9 o'clock hour, guys, we're going to talk about that Pulp Fiction cast list Cotter mentioned, and then we'll dive into a quick story about people loving their jobs, and then Marshall's Music News will wrap up the day.
Were you surprised by how high that was on this people loving their jobs list? How high the out of 10?
Yeah, I guess so.
I was a little shocked.
I think people are great at complaining, but when it comes down to the actual answer to the question, most people are probably comfortable with their jobs. So
yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry, I'm just going to text Hodge real quick, see if he can come in on Wednesday. What time are we looking on Wednesday? 8 a.m.?
I think we said 8, yeah. All right, we got a few songs to get to. Since that's going on, I'm going to use the restroom.
Go for it. Oh, found some more money. It's not real money. It's super money, so it's better than regular money. All right, guys, once again, thanks for hanging around this morning. Do appreciate it. Mondays are slow just mentally for us after, a crazy weekend. I was in Chicago. Cotter was in Jacksonville, living our lives, doing our thing. I'm glad the conversation on if a Perfect Touch offers massages in that special way is still going on after all this time, after Tony said no 1,000 times. Daniela, actually, yeah. People actually do love their jobs, according to a study we found. Kind of crazy stuff. We'll talk about that just after 9 o'clock this morning. So coming up here, I don't know, probably like 10 minutes or so, we're going to talk about Pulp Fiction. The original cast list that Quentin Tarantino really wanted the actors he wanted. We'll go over that list. Then we'll chime in with that study that we were just talking about.
Once again, no show on Thursday and Friday of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. It's my fault this time.
Taking a big old fat week off.
Can't wait, guys. You don't even know. Don't even know. So ready. I guess I was debating on whether I was either going to go to ACL at all, because getting in and getting out of there was a pain in the ass. Mm-hmm. And with only two bands I want to see and at the same time, I'm like, do I even bother? I mean, I'll just hang at my aunt's house. I got a keg of beer, plenty of green chilies. I'll go hit up some, small rinky-dink little places and watch live music all week. I don't even know. I don't know.
So you don't know if you're even going to the show now?
I mean, I'll go see. I'm going to see shit tons of live music. I mean, it'll be ridiculous. I'll be.
Yeah, the city's abuzz with live music just because everyone's in town, right?
I mean, that's just how it is anytime you go. I mean, there's my uncle. They've lived there for 30 plus years. He knows who to go see and kind of where to go. There is Bob Schneider. Bob Schneider?
Rob Schneider.
Not Rob. Bob. He dated what's her? God damn it, the actress. I don't know, one of the actresses. I don't know.
That's a good story.
I know, great. He does like a show every Monday at Saxon Pub. Probably go to that. Peterson Brothers, who I saw for the first time last time I was there, phenomenal. They do a weekly show. So there's like these one weekly shows. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go to ACL at all. It's just a pain in the ass getting in and out. And if I don't have to dick with it and I can go see a bunch of other live music anyway, I may just go that route. We'll see. So, because I hit up my uncle, I'm like, what are some places I should look at other than the normal? His response was the Armadillo Den.
I love that place.
I'm just like, I'm in on that 100%. Then there's a place called the Luster Pearl, and there's like two of them. And I was looking at pictures of the bar, and it looked like a bigger Over Yonder.
Oh, okay.
You know,
country western bar.
Go all in on the old school country western vibe, just bigger.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care who's playing. I want to go there. So, and then a place called Moon Tower, which is close by their house. But his favorite place to go is just this place called Sam's Town Point. And it's literally, it is every Knights of Columbus, American Legion looking hall type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's got this tiny little stage in the corner and people just come in and play. It's got a stage outside. I don't know. It's just kind of awesome.
So I figured out a present I'm going to get for my wife for Christmas. So back like 6 years ago, here at the radio station, we always got like crazy, stupid junk prizes.
Yeah.
It's slowed down because of the pandemic and everything. But people would send me dumb stuff all the time.
Right.
So back a couple of years ago, a while ago, we got Bluetooth headphones, like over the ear, kind of like these, but just completely wireless. But they were like the cheapest things in the world. They were maybe $12.
Right.
And they were bright red. So my wife doesn't like the AirPods. She doesn't like the in-ear because it hurts her ears and stuff. So, I mean, like literally $12. And like they're so old. They actually have like play and fast forward buttons on the side. So I think they sort of half crapped out. Like the battery is like starting to die out because she's been using them. So I'm gonna get her a nice pair of Bluetooth headphones. So I don't know if anyone has like a suggestion on over the ear Bluetooth headphones. If there is a brand or something that you guys, maybe one of you uses for, I don't know, just chilling out or listening to podcasts or doing whatever you do. But I gotta buy my wife a pair for Christmas. That's gonna be her big present. I don't mind spending a couple $100 on a very nice pair that she can travel with and use at home.
Yeah, I think I talked about it on the chat. Greg took his recommendation on a pair of earphones, mainly for running, but I use them all the time now. But they don't go in your ears or over your ears. They go right next to your ears. They'll sit like right here.
Interesting.
And that way, when you're running, you can still hear everything. You still hear cars, but I mean, the way it's set up, you can't hear it. Because I'm like, fuck, is everybody listening to my music now? But you can't, and they just sit right outside your ears, and I absolutely love them. They're great.
Do you use them at night? I mean, like, does it keep your wife awake if you're...
I don't use them at night. I used to do the headphone thing at night. I turn my phone down really low, and I just slide it under my pillow.
Yeah.
And that's how I listen to stuff when I go to sleep.
Bose headphones. Beats is the best, right? Bose makes some good ones, too. Yeah. Yeah, I may try to wait for like a Black Friday deal. Like I never go. I'm at a point where I just like buy all my Christmas presents right now. I've been ordering a ton of stuff to Amazon to the house and stuff. But yeah, I may wait till like a Black Friday deal. Maybe I can get something there.
I mean, there's supposed to be like shortages on stuff this holiday season, so if you can get it now, get it now.
Is there supposed to be? Yeah. Oh, I just heard
read a couple things about it. Yeah,
I heard the delivery process is going to be even worse, at least when it comes to the post office. But Amazon has created their own fleet of delivery drivers. So
that's true.
I don't see that being too
well,
terrible.
it was with some of the products even coming in just shipping wise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard a lot of stuff are just sitting at the ports. Like
Can we just go down and snag
well,
it?
when I flew out of Savannah, man, and we flew over the ports and stuff. And dude, I mean, like, there's a billion containers out there. A billion. That's a real number. I counted. I counted to a billion. Let's see. Red says Beats Studio 3 is on sale at Amazon right now. Let's check them out. Check them bitches out.
All right, got about 2.5 minutes into this Pulp Fiction cast list.
Oh, those look nice. Those look fancy. Holy crap. They're like 50% off.
Oh, wow.
They're usually $350. Jesus Christ. It seems like people like them. There's 5,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. Wireless noise canceling over-the-ear headphones, Apple One chip, Class 1, 22 hours listening time, built-in microphone, matte black. I don't know. Is Beats the way to go, or should I go Bose headphones?
Everything I've heard with Bose speakers, headphones, and everything, the sound is amazing.
Yeah,
I can't compare them to Beats because I've never messed around with Beats before. But Bose speakers, headphones, everything I've heard from them is just really good.
That's a hell of a deal. Why are they 50% off? Are they just having a day? I don't know.
So you'll buy them.
I'll take a hard look at them. Thanks, Rhett. Appreciate that.
Excuse me. Dang it, man. So tired. Grilled out. I love having my grill, man. Grilled out again last night.
Yeah.
Another steak. It was delicious.
Are you going through menopause? Why the fuck are you so tired?
I don't know.
You just said you went to sleep at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
Went to bed at 9:30. Got up about 1:30 and off and on sleeping until about 3. I don't know. Just I can't. I'm not sleeping, not getting full sleep. But the griddle on the grill is the way to go. We had some.
Does sound nice.
We had some Brussels sprouts on the griddle.
Put honey on them?
Didn't do honey. We had some nice. God dang, what is it? So we picked up some like flavored vinegars, and so used some of the flavored vinegar. Put a little bit of oil in it, a little bit of garlic, and just put them on the griddle. Let them cook for about 15 minutes. Delicious.
I'm pretty sure if I had to put money on it, my wife's going to buy me a smoker for Christmas this year. Pretty sure about it.
I have a feeling after buying this grill, I'm heading in that direction. Yeah. I'm in.
I just don't know where the hell she's going to hide it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I have a small house. Like, it's not like the biggest thing in the world.
All right, guys, be right back. Pulp Fiction is still one of my all-time favorite movies. Came out in 1994. It's kind of a game changer, man. Quentin Tarantino obviously had Reservoir Dogs prior to that, but it was Pulp Fiction that put him on the map.
Well, no, without a doubt. I mean, it really helped kickstart his career with that film. And, I mean, he just happened to get, like, the biggest stars at the time. Like, Bruce Willis was coming off some really big stuff. I mean, you had, oh my gosh, the guy who played Vincent Vega. You know, that guy.
John Travolta. Now,
John Travolta.
At that point in time, though, this was a career resurgence for Travolta. He was not having the best career at this point.
No, early 90s, he was having a rough time, and this kind of brought him back into the forefront. So this brought back a huge star that hadn't seen some good work in a while. And then, obviously, Bruce Willis. You had Ving Rhames in that movie.
Yes.
I mean, there were so many great cast choices.
Now, the original cast choices are a little bit interesting. I don't think shocking necessarily, but a list came out of Quentin Tarantino's original choices for the movie Pulp Fiction. Now, for Vincent Vega, Travolta not the first choice.
Mm-hmm.
The first choice was Michael Madsen. Now, Michael Madsen did play a Vega in Reservoir Dogs. Come to find out, since Travolta played this other Vega, they're brothers in the Quentin Tarantino timeline, but him playing this character changes the tone of the movie, in my opinion, because Travolta's not this evil, menacing type of hitman.
No.
And Michael Madsen doesn't do anything but evil and menacing.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. Now, other names considered for Vincent Vega were Alec Baldwin, Gary Oldman,
okay, maybe
Michael Keaton,
yes,
Andy Garcia,
no,
Dennis Quaid, and Denzel Washington.
Oh, that'd have been kind of cool.
Denzel Washington, I mean, he proved the fact that in Training Day, he could be a mean SOB. I kind of love that idea that Denzel could have been Vincent Vega.
Jules Winfield, of course, played iconically by Samuel L. Jackson. Initially, though, Tarantino wanted Lawrence Fishburne. He's a great actor. I mean, obviously Neo, or, Morpheus from Matrix and stuff like that. I mean, I could see. I don't know though. Samuel L. Jackson's so iconic in this role.
Now, what's really cool is someone they also considered for this role for Jules, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Really had Cotter thinking right there. He wanted to somehow make that work in his brain. It could not.
No, I don't. I mean, I think you. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you can replace any either Travolta or Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, there's better actors than John Travolta. He's not the best actor in the world, but he nailed this role. This, I mean, the desperation of this character was the desperation of the actor just trying to hold on to some sort of career at this point in time in his life. I think that just kind of played through. Now, the role of Mia Wallace, he looked at Virginia Madsen, Marissa Tomei, Phoebe Cates, Patricia Arquette, Robin Wright, even Pam Grier, who he used in Foxy Brown for his next movie. Uma Thurman, though. I mean, if you say Uma Thurman, what's the first character you think of? It's Mia Wallace.
Well, I kind of think of The Bride from Kill Bill, but I'm a huge fan of those films as well, another Tarantino product. But yeah, Mia Wallace is right up there.
Tarantino wrote the part of Butch for Bruce Willis, hoping he'd play it, or played by Bruce Willis for Matt Dillon. I'm sorry. But I think Bruce Willis, a much better choice than Matt Dillon.
I don't think Matt Dillon really has much range personally. I don't think he's that great of an actor, but apparently they also looked at Sean Penn, Nick Cage, and Johnny Depp for this role as well, which would have been very, very interesting. Once again, we're talking about Pulp Fiction casting. It was recently released that Quentin Tarantino wanted a bunch of different actors that actually wound up getting the roles.
I could see Nicolas Cage as Butch. Just because he would have played it with a way different out there, type of character, because Bruce Willis is kind of reserved in the role. Nicolas Cage doesn't do reserve.
Nicolas Cage would have been more like Gone in 60 Seconds, Nicolas Cage for this role. And then one more. So Tim Roth played a character called Pumpkin, not really called that many times in the film. I don't think people really know that very well.
The girlfriend just refers to him as Pumpkin, which is why he gets to that name. He's in the diner scene. He's the robber in the diner scene.
Apparently, Quentin Tarantino wanted Johnny Depp for that role. Wanted Johnny Depp a lot, but has never appeared in a Quentin Tarantino film.
Yeah, that's true, right? And according to Quentin Tarantino, he's only got one more flick to go. He better get something for Depp in there.
I guess
make this happen. All right, coming up next, do you love your job? I think you'll be surprised how many people actually do, according to this new survey. We'll get to it after Pop Evil. This is Survivor, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, that was some fun, like random back in the day casting news right there.
Now, here's the thing. 1994, Forrest Gump wins for Best Picture. Great movie. I haven't seen it in forever. I don't know if it still holds up. If you go back, I give Best Picture to Pulp Fiction. Also nominated Forrest Gump, Four Weddings and a Funeral, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, and Shawshank. Holy crap. I forgot about Shawshank Redemption being in there. I still think I go Pulp Fiction. I think from a movie standpoint, it was so different.
Who won that year?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd go Pulp Fiction or Shawshank over Forrest Gump now, I think. Looking back.
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you look at like how they've aged and how iconic they've become, those three films, I mean, I think you'd have to probably put Pulp or Shawshank 1A and 1B, and then Forrest Gump under them.
Best Director, you had Robert Zemeckis for Forrest Gump, Woody Allen, Bullets Over Broadway, Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction, Robert Redford, Quiz Show, and a guy that I can't pronounce for Three Colors Red. I think I'd go, once again, Quentin Tarantino over Zemeckis. Now, Best Actor, oh, man, okay, so nominated for Best Actor, Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, Morgan Freeman, Shawshank Redemption, Nigel Hawthorne, The Madness of King George, Paul Newman, Nobody's Fool, Travolta, Pulp Fiction. I mean, and then Samuel L. Jackson got nominated for supporting. I mean, is Samuel L. Jackson in the movie any less? Oh, I guess Travolta's got the Mia Wallace stuff, so it's probably why they put him over.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, either Tom Hanks, maybe Morgan Freeman as in Shawshank. And then I'm totally giving the award, I think, to Samuel L. Jackson for supporting. It went to Martin Landau for Ed Wood. I don't know, man.
So over the weekend, obviously, had a lot of time because I flew in and out of Chicago. So I was on the Twitters, and it was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. I was flying into Chicago, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this to load so I can show it off on the stream. So Vans have teamed up with a bunch of horror franchises.
Oh, nice.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street. So they released like a series of like shoes and clothing and stuff, and I found these new like high top Vans that I fell in love with.
Okay.
So these are Friday the 13th inspired high top Vans. I'm showing them off on the stream.
Oh, jeez.
So they have like, obviously they have like blood spatter on them.
Right.
They're kind of in the Freddy Krueger kind of like pattern, like the black and red or the dark green and red or whatever. Yeah, I bought a pair.
Oh, did you?
They're on the way. I'm very excited to wear. I don't know. I mean, like, do I wear them? I just like put them up.
I'd wear them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just me though. I'd wear them.
Well, I do have my wife's a huge Freddy Krueger fan, so we have like a little shelf in we have a serial killer bedroom because classic us. And we have a bunch of Freddy Krueger stuff, so I could technically showcase them there.
That's true.
And then I could wear them.
Speaking of, don't pass out at Marshall's house.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. All right, guys, be right back. Do you love your job? I think you're going to be surprised by how many people actually do, according to this new survey. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show on air and on the stream. If you haven't done the stream thing yet, join the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Give us a like, follow, and subscribe as well. So according to a new poll asking people about their jobs, 7 in 10 Americans claim they love their job.
Mm-hmm.
That number is way higher than I thought.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people love to complain about their job, but at the end of the day, I think they just like having a job because, and maybe that's why we're getting 7 out of 10 Americans who claim to like their job. Now, the number one reason, I guess, is just because they like the people they work with or they like to interact with the people that they work with instead of just, the dog or the wall at their house.
I get that, I guess. I mean, do I love my job? Yes. Are there days where it's a job? 100%.
Mm-hmm. Just
like anybody else, there's frustrating moments.
Yeah.
But I'm happy and I love doing what I do. So I guess, even though I say I'm surprised by that number, I mean, if you ask me yes or no, do you love your job? I'd say yes.
Yeah, and we had a comment earlier from Danielle who was like, people like their jobs? People love their jobs?
Are you shocked that the number one reason is interacting with coworkers and clients?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think people are inherently social. You know, people like to talk to one another as opposed to just themselves. So, no, I 100% understand that as the number one reason why people love their jobs.
Number 2, roles and responsibilities. They love what they do, I guess, at work. Is that what that is?
Yeah, the second half of that I hate. I don't like to be responsible for anything.
That's true.
I'm not even responsible for myself. I ate 72 White Castle sliders this weekend. The role's fine because I think everyone likes to have a title.
Yeah.
Because they could like shout out like, morning show host. Gotten me nothing in this world. But I mean, like people like to let people know it's like a status thing. People like to have the title.
I mean, for me, I guess it's not necessarily title. I mean, I think we're in a unique situation. It's like our job has 2 halves. There's this half, which I love.
Right.
This is my favorite
It's the
part.
other half you hate?
It's the other half that's horrible. I mean, let's be honest. Just being honest.
Mm-hmm.
The other half is the job.
Right.
This is, the fun part.
Now, once again, 7 in 10 Americans claim to love their job for different reasons. There's 5 total. Here's another one. A good work-life balance. So they love their job because they're able to separate their work and their life balance from it.
That's like a myth. It's like a unicorn.
Really?
You're chasing something you're never going to find.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I am jealous. Like, I think my wife has a great work-life balance because she's a dental hygienist.
Right.
You can't dental hygienist when you're not being a dental hygienist. So, yeah, you're only really working for those 8 hours a day, then you're walking away. Like, some people have those types of jobs where it's great. But, yeah, there's other people who have to, like, constantly check up on things. Like you have to constantly check up on the radio stations. Me, not so much. I don't really do anything. But other people, they have to actually do things outside of their regular prescribed 8 hours a day.
Both my wife and I deal with this. I mean, every weekend she's, putting lesson plans together. Not a lot of grading. She teaches pre-K, but I mean, there is a lot of paperwork involved being a teacher. Mm-hmm. And then, there's a whole other side to this, just not the on-air thing. So I can't say number 3 is up my alley. Number 4, they enjoy the industry that they work in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, that kind of goes into this part of the job. Yeah, I enjoy the industry I work in.
Yeah, I mean, there's, especially if you go to school for it. I mean, like, when you're a doctor, like when you go to medical school and you become a doctor, yeah, you love the industry because of the money.
I was going to say, do you love the industry or is that the money?
Yeah. You're like morbid. You just like cutting open live people.
I'm guessing there are multiple people that was their thing. Last thing on this list, why people do love their jobs. They got a great boss.
Ooh, a great boss?
A-Dub.
A-Dub is our boss.
He is our boss.
I don't really recognize him as our boss. I recognize him as a coworker.
Okay.
Coworker.
Okay.
So when he says things I don't like, I just don't do them, and I walk away.
And you don't have to feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad.
Because it's just a coworker suggesting something.
A-Dub? Nah, he didn't mean that. Yeah. I just walk away from it.
All right, do you love your job? Tell us why. Hit us up with a text, 800-394-1061, or comment on the chat. Coming up next, we're going to dive into Marshall's music news, kicking it off with a story about David Lee Roth. One word, retirement. It's coming up. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Charles says his job, mine. I love parts. I can deal with parts, and I absolutely love parts. Mostly loathe.
Yeah, and I think that's where most people are. I'd be shocked if somebody goes, I love 100% of my job 100% of the time. It's not humanly possible.
Unless you're like an artist, and then it's like,
even then, man, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, the work-life balance is pretty important. I do actually. I take that. I mean, I would say I definitely, on a regular work day, I'll work till about 5:30.
Yeah.
It's nice because what we do, in the middle of the day, I get a nice little 2-hour break. I drive home, I eat lunch, and I take a quick nap. And that's like 2 hours. I get a little break in the middle of my day, kind of like kindergarten. When you go to school, you take a nap, and then you like wake up and do like one more assignment, and then your parents would come get you. Like, essentially, we live a kindergarten lifestyle.
That's true.
In so many words. But yeah, I mean, like, I do check emails at nights. Like, you and I communicate quite a bit via text and email. So we'll email each other probably all the way up until, there's been points where we text or email each other all the way up until 9 o'clock at night. So, yeah, we constantly, I check in on work. I wouldn't say I'm working much past 5:30.
Yeah, there's some, like, I have to do stuff with the music logs, not even putting them together. It's like every night I have to time out like two guys named Chris, and I have to do so. That is something I've done. It's like this weekend when I'm gone, or this week when I'm gone, I'm still going to have to do that. So that I never get away from that, ever.
How long does that take?
Not long. That's the good part.
10 minutes?
15 minutes.
Okay.
It's like for rock, go through and just delete a couple things. It takes a couple. It's the two guys named Chris show, just timing out the stop sets, the commercial breaks. So, 15 minutes. It's not horrible, but it's just the fact that, no matter where I'm at, I will time out the shows.
Right. Holly just texts us, I love my job. Okay, good. Thanks, Holly.
Right. That.
All right, Red, I've decided, although that model of Beats headphones is very tempting, I'm going to pass the 50% off. I'm going to pass. I'm going to hold out for a little while longer.
Oh, for a better deal?
I don't know if it's a better deal I'm looking for. I'm just going to do some more research.
Yeah,
sit at home and check them out.
Makes sense.
She doesn't need like the toppiest of the line, but I would like to spend $200-ish or less. I know that's right in the wheelhouse. I don't know. I may change my mind and buy them later today. We got some time, but
So in an interview, Will Smith revealed what he thought was his worst movie of his career.
Wild Wild West?
Exactly.
Oh, was it good? Oh, I nailed it? Yeah, it was terrible.
However, for his worst, Smith said, Wild Wild West is just a thorn in my side. See myself with chaps. I don't like it. What movie he turned down?
Matrix.
Matrix, yeah.
And he turned down the Matrix to do that, which I thank him for because that would have been weird.
I mean, he's a good actor. I like him in things. But yeah, Wild Wild West is bad.
I actually, you know what movie I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel to that he was in, although he dies in it, spoiler alert, I Am Legend, which is like the zombie post-apocalypse type thing. I really liked I Am Legend.
Yeah, that was good. It was, so what's the original one was what, Charlton Heston?
There's an original one?
Omega Man?
Oh, nope, don't know. Oh, Cotter. Not breaking news, but happy frickin' birthday to Nickelback's All the Right Reasons. 16 years ago today.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah. Happy birthday to All the Right Reasons.
The Omega Man, 1971, directed by Boris Sagal, starring Charlton Heston. It was based on the novel I Am Legend.
Sure.
So there you go.
Was that like a zombie movie or whatever?
I don't know. It's actually, so I Am Legend from Will Smith is actually the third adaptation of this book.
Oh.
The first one, The Last Man on Earth, starred Vincent Price, 1964.
Interesting.
Then I Am Legend with Will Smith was 2007. But yeah, I'd be down for it. I really like that movie.
So, Jesus Christ. So Nickelback released All the Right Reasons 16 years ago. It had 7 singles. You heard me right. 7 singles.
Yeah. What? Hit us up. What were they?
Let's see. All right, here we go. So it had Photograph. It had Animals.
Okay.
Saving Me.
Okay.
Far Away. Rockstar. If Everyone Cared.
Oh, shoot.
And Side of a Bullet.
Okay.
7 single. I mean, like, usually when it comes to an album, they'll release, if it's a good one,
yeah.
If it's a good one, 3. If it's Shinedown, it's always 4.
Yeah.
Or 3 Days Grace, it's always 4.
Shinedown gets close to that. Probably, 4 or 5. I mean, they go crazy.
Yeah.
7, though.
7 songs. I mean, like.
Is that album, can we pinpoint now to when the hatred of Nickelback really kicked in? Was it, single 5 or 6 when they're like, I get it, enough. And we were just beat over the head because of that album?
Let's see. It had 14. It released half its music for singles. There was only 14 songs on it.
That's crazy.
Oh, no, wait. That's the expanded edition.
Yes,
there's
live. 12?
That's the live. Minus 2. It had 12.
Yeah. Bless you. Yeah, I think we've pinpointed it. That's where it went downhill for Nickelback.
Jesus Christ. I mean, Photograph was a hit. Animals was a hit.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember Saving Me. I don't remember Far Away. Side of a Bullet was a song that didn't sound like Nickelback.
Right.
Rockstar was a huge hit.
Yep.
And I don't remember what else I said, but really, if they they could have just released 3 songs: Animals, Rockstar, and Photograph, and it would have been still a massive album.
Yeah.
4 others. Jesus.
I got about a minute and a half.
Oh, Dan, you're getting a new job. Congratulations, man. I know you were having a tough time last week. Good for you. What are you getting into? Charles is looking for people at EBI. If you know how to put up drywall, that's your job. How much time we got?
A minute.
Oh, cool. All right, guys, 3 stories of Marshall's music news, and then we're going to send you away, let you get back to doing what you need to do. Charles said yes. If you're a person with limbs and are good at not hurting yourself and can put up drywall, Charles will hire you pretty much on the spot today.
Can you put a sentence together?
I put up drywall once, and I don't know if I'm great at it.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. My dad, my uncles ran a plastering business, and my dad would do some side gigs with them, and I'd help them out every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's a job.
Yeah.
All right, guys, be right back. Time to jump right in to some Marshall's music news.
So David Lee Roth has officially announced that he will be retiring after the conclusion of his recently announced Las Vegas residency. He was quoted as saying, "I am throwing in the shoes. I'm retiring. This is the first and only official announcement. You've got the news. Share it with the world." He said that he is only going to be performing on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, as well as January 5th, 7th, and 8th. He goes, "I'm not going to explain the statement. The explanation is in a safe. These are my last 5 shows." Roth, who's going to turn 67 this month, has stated that he's got a band that is doing what Alex Van Halen, and I used to call a block. That means 75 rehearsals for one show. We are bringing it in a classic Van Halen style. Alex and I are the only version. There is no other variation. There is no torch being passed. There is no other side to this coin. This is classic, in-your-face Van Halen. He didn't explain if Alex Van Halen would be on the drums for him for these performances, but it kind of sounds that way, and that's huge.
That's what I'm getting from this. I mean, if you're going to do that, reach out to Michael Anthony and bring him back as well. If you're only doing 5 more shows, get the band back together the best you can.
Yeah, so he goes, "I've given you all I have to give. It's been an amazing, great run. No regrets. Nothing to say about anyone. I'll miss you all. Stay frosty," says David Lee Roth. So once again, if you want to see David Lee Roth, your last chance is going to be in Vegas at Mandalay Bay's House of Blues. Very small venue. It only holds a couple thousand people. I've been there many times myself. I'll be there New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, as well as January 5th, 7th, and 8th.
Now, 30 years ago, David Lee Roth predicted his own retirement. So he had a solo album called Lil Ain't Enough, and there was a video for this. And in the video, it says October 10th, 2021. And then it goes over to the absolute final tour. So 9 days, almost to the day, because he made this announcement October 1st. In this video, it was October 10th, 2021.
When did the video come out?
30 years ago, 1991.
Oh, my God.
This is Simpsons-esque prediction here.
Yeah,
by David Lee Roth.
Good for him, calling a shot.
And it's funny because I see a still from this video, and I'm like, yeah, I totally remember that. Little Ain't Enough. There you go, David Lee Roth. Let's roll out some Van Halen. It's Unchained. More of Marshall's music news next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Good old David Lee Roth calling a shot. He should have waited. Should have waited to the time.
I know. Why not wait? And he didn't remember. Are you kidding me? So what do you think? Is it his health?
He's 67 years old. Maybe he's just done, man.
Yeah.
He's going to live out the last, couple days. I don't know. How long do you think David Lee Roth's going to last?
He'll be around a while.
I think he'll last till his 80s at least.
Yeah.
He wants to live out the last couple of years of his life, just doing what he wants to do. Charles says, you need to do more than just drywall. Well, let's start at drywall, Charles. Let's not get too picky here. But great story there for David Lee Roth and everything.
Yeah.
Up next, we'll do a quick story about Incubus, then wrap up the show with a ghost story, and we're done.
I like it.
What do you got going on today after the show?
I've got a phone call or Zoom meeting this morning, so I have to do that. It's all about getting stuff ready for the next week and a half.
Yep.
I started downloading best of stuff this morning, so I've got to get that put together. So lots of downloading best ofs for this week and for next. Just making sure everything is ready for when I leave, because I'd like to do the least amount of work possible on my vacation.
Yeah. While you're gone, what am I going to do? I'll be doing some video stuff. I'll be plotting out our next set of phoners while you're gone as well. Maybe try to get that done through the end of the year. That'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll probably plot out some of the stuff that we talked about in our last meeting. And then I'll probably set up another meeting for you and I to get together to go over stuff as well once you get back. So probably I'll probably like put 2 or 3 dates on the calendar. You can just accept whichever one you want.
Perfect.
And then I'll probably come up with a couple Torture Tuesdays. We'll see. We'll see how productive I get. I said a bunch of stuff right there. We'll see how much I actually get done.
You're getting way ahead of yourself.
There's some good thoughts in there. That execution, that's the problem. Yeah, and I think Friday I'll be bouncing out to St. Augustine, going down to see Shinedown.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down until later in the afternoon, though.
Sure. All right, guys, got under a minute. Story number 2 about last night. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Okay.
You said A-Dub is not in the building today?
As far as my understanding was, he will not be here today. Okay. I don't think anybody is here today. Stacy was here for about a hot minute. She's gone. Third favorite sales manager has now showed up.
Oh.
Jake Thompson better show up. He owes me some money.
Wow. Speaking of, I got some cash for you.
I
don't know if I have the right amount, but I've got some of it.
It's all good. All right, guys, be right back. It is story number 2 of Marshall's Music News.
Let's take you back into the Wayback Machine, Cotter. The year 2001, the band Incubus. They all moved into an ocean-adjacent home in Malibu to work on their Make Yourself follow-up album they named Morning View. Now, 20 years later, after the record became a huge success, they are doing a special streaming event on October 23rd. 20 years to the day from the album's initial release. So they're going to be doing this in the house. They actually recorded the album. Now, that album spawned huge singles for them. Wish You Were Here, Nice to Know You, Warning, Are You In? While songs such as Circles and Under My Umbrella and Aqueous, whatever, was huge hits for them as well. Now, the album topped out at number 2 on the Billboard charts and has since gone on to be certified as double platinum. Now, they're going to 4 specific airings of the special to hit to hit all the time zones in North America. So if you want more information to buy your special live streaming pass to check out the special Morning View event from Incubus, you can go to incubus.veeps.com.
All right, one more story to go. We'll wrap up the show. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
You know what? We're hanging here just for a second. I'm going to break open camera number 3 and see where we should place the wheel for tomorrow. I almost feel like we'll probably have to raise it up a little bit.
They might have to, sure.
Let me just take a look right here. Yep, definitely. We'll need to, I don't know, put a box or something.
Oh, shoot.
Rightish there.
Yeah.
I'll see if I could find someone. You know what? That little tub, I bet you, right next to Jake's thing is probably going to be what we can use. Yeah, guys, tomorrow, all show long, we are going to be doing Torture Tuesday. Here, let me switch it back here. Oh, yeah. Probably bring that a little bit closer to... Perfect. How about that? How's that look?
30, not going to go anywhere.
I'll put some tape on it.
All right.
And then I'll spray paint this when I get home, and
we'll put a show sticker on.
You know what? If this is a sticker, I can just take it off.
Oh, is it just a sticker?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, it's just a sticker. I'll just take it off. All right, guys, don't mind us. We're just getting ready for all of our fun stuff. We are good for beer for breakfast on Wednesday with Hodge. He
Perfect.
texted me and said, quote, You got it.
Perfect. All right. Well, I look forward to that. Haven't seen Hodge in a minute, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, so there's a special event happening at Southern Barrel Brewing Company in Bluffton this coming, I think it's Friday. They're doing their Oktoberfest event. So Hodge, who is the bar manager over there, he's going to be stopping in for a special beer for breakfast as we're out both Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday's show is just loaded with goodness.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to have Quiz in the Face. We're going to see the return of the one and only Mac. The Return of the Mac. I think that's, yep, Return of the Mac.
I'll grab that. We can play that.
Yeah, we'll see the return of the Mac for Chicks on Dudes tomorrow. Dan said, I actually just got off the phone from a company that I gave a resume to, so I'm excited. Hell yeah, dude.
Nice, man.
Hey, positive vibes. You want to ask the 8 Ball if you're going to get that job?
I don't know.
The 8 Ball's like savage, bro. So think about if you want to ask the 8 Ball if you're going to get that job or not before we decide to go down that alley. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Coming right off like a glove.
All right, there's a picture. I don't know if you saw this from Sunday Night Football shared on NBC of Brady and Belichick hugging after the game.
Yeah.
Like Belichick, he just looks like he's going, please come back to me.
He looks like he's sucking the teat.
Please come back. I need you. You complete me.
How long is Bill Belichick going to coach?
I don't know.
Dude's in his 60s.
Is he? He looks like he's 70 plus.
Yeah.
He has not aged well.
Dude's old.
I don't know, because I kind of figured once Brady left, he'd kind of be like, eh. I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, if he feels he can get it turned around, because he doesn't seem like somebody who's going to coach an okay team.
Yeah, and they're just kind of okay. I mean, the Pats record is like 1-3 this year. Isn't it?
And I get. I mean, you couldn't expect it to turn it around right away, but he does. I mean, 2 years of if he's an under 500 team, I don't know. It doesn't seem like somebody would want that.
Let's see. The Patriots are 1-3. They're third in the AFC East right now.
Ugh.
Buffalo Bills, man, they're 3-1, dude. They are killing it. They shut out the last 2 teams they played. They won like 40-0 yesterday. Stupid. Stupid.
All right, we got about 30 seconds left of commercials. Foo Fighters making a fire. And then got the final break of the show.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to run to my bag and grab a sticker real quick.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. As always, lots of stuff tomorrow. Mac, everything else. Wednesday's packed. Cramming like a week's worth of show into 3 days since we're out for 5. Sorry. But look forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be a good show. I am not hosting bingo or trivia anywhere tonight or tomorrow or Wednesday. That's kind of awesome. If you want to check out some trivia this evening, though, you can go to Jerry's Lounge. If you are from Savannah and you live kind of over here toward the radio station, if you haven't gone to Jerry's yet, you should totally go to Jerry's. I'm just throwing it out there. So there's how many spaces on this wheel? 1, 2, 3, 4,
12.
5, 6. Okay. So
are you hosting Jerry's again tonight?
No, I'm not. I was just saying, hey, if you live in this area over by the radio station, you've never gone to Jerry's, you should go to Jerry's.
Oh yeah.
No, I got no trivia. No, I'm done. Fill in only, guys. Fill in only.
Okay. So I've had this in my bag for some time. I put it in one of those side pockets, and I didn't realize I had it.
Right.
So at Southern Barrel Brewing Company, there's a girl named Sabrina. Like 99% sure her name's Sabrina. So she had stickers done of her face that she'd give to customers. I got a sticker. I totally forgot I had this in my bag.
That is awesome.
This needs to go on the, let's just start tagging up the work release program sign. Put it on your cheek like it's a tattoo. But when Hodge comes in, it'll be fun for him to, if he catches that, we'll have to point it out to him. because that's his employee. That sticker? No, I got that sticker like earlier this year. No, I'm pretty sure she is. She's a lifer. Ooh, thank God our sticker barely fits on.
Oh, look at that. You got about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Love it. So is there going to be a free space on here, or is it all blasted in the face?
No one wants to see a free space, dude.
I do. I would love to see there's one little.
All right, I'll give you one free space, but it'll also say free space / blasted in the face, and then you have to flip a coin.
This is your free space, but you flip a coin. It's 50-50.
It's really just a 50-50 slot. But no, cool. I'm glad that works out. We'll just put a little tape on it, so if you decide to get a little aggressive in the spin,
it could happen.
It won't fly off. I wonder if there's something we can put.
That glare.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's coming from.
If we could put it, we could kind of hang something in between our mic stands. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, that's tomorrow, guys. We'll get to Torture Tuesday. Once again, Fart Launcher 3000. Yes, in case you're wondering, we're 12-year-olds. Fart spray, Cotter's face. It's going to be great.
It'll be something. All right, got about 45 seconds. Final break of the show.
Going to do a quick story on Ghost, and that'll be it. Yeah, no one's in the building at all. I just did a little walkthrough. No one's here.
I'm probably just going to leave then.
Yeah, I'm going to do, I'll stay and do some work. It's actually the perfect time to stay and do work.
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's Music News.
So Ghost is back after unveiling Papa Emeritus IV as the next singer for their new album, which still doesn't have a title. They have released a new song for the Halloween Kills movie, which is coming out on October 15th, called Hunter's Moon. Now, we just played this song with Hefe last week. Now, Ghost is going to be co-headlining a U.S. tour with Volbeat that's set to kick off next January with special guest Twin Temple. They're unfortunately not going to be really hitting up the Southeast on that tour, but I can pretty much guarantee a stop of Ghost, at least somewhere close to us, probably by summertime.
Yeah,
my guess. He's just not going to stop with a spring tour. Now, we're supposed to be getting a new album from Ghost. Speaking of, apparently it's all done, and he's just been sitting on it for a little while now, but that's going to be coming out in early 2022. So some good news on the horizon for the band Ghost.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, going to be joined by Mac for Chicks on Dudes. Also tomorrow is a show-long Torture Tuesday, only the second one of these I think we've ever done.
Right.
The first one just involves straight up you huffing liquid ass. Tomorrow, Fart Launcher 3000, full of just vile fart sprays.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to have you spin a new prize wheel that we bought for the radio station, and you're going to spin it, and you're going to determine whether you get regular fart gas, liquid ass, or whether I shoot you 2 to 3 times with either of them, just by spinning the wheel. And we'll do that multiple times on and off our live stream. So you got to be listening and watching, both of us, tomorrow.
I will not be able to scrub this smell off of me after Tuesday.
You're going to, honestly, I smelt it on my hands for almost the rest of the day. I had to wash my hands 5 or 6 times to get the smell off. So bring a new set of clothes tomorrow for sure. You are going to have you're going to be like Charlie Brown. You're going to have the stink lines running off you.
Because we have a meeting. Yeah, right, we have an event right afterwards that I got to go to. I can't smell like farts at this event.
I mean, you kind of already smell like farts.
Oh, come on.
Kind of.
All right, we'll talk to you
You eat a
guys.
lot of green chilies.
Yeah, I did.
That's your
true
fault.
story. All right, guys, talk tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. We appreciate it. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Linus from Charlie Brown. Not Charlie Brown.
Pigpen.
Bless you. Pigpen. Whatever. I don't know. Obviously not a huge fan. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging around on the stream today. We do appreciate it. Tomorrow, Torture Tuesday. Coming up later this week, Lauren Wolverton with Explain the Bachelor. Hodge is coming in from
Southern Barrel.
Southern Barrel. I don't know. We'll get our shit straight by then.